Covino and Rich's Throwback Thursday.
Good morning, my neighbors!
Hey, fuck you!
Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!
Covino and Rich's Throwback Thursday.
I feel the need for speed.
My mother-in-law. For years, I wouldn't kiss her face. I ended up kissing her ass.
Covino and Rich's Throwback Thursday.
I'm thinking I might take that new chick from logistics. Things go well, I might be showing her my O face. Oh. You know what I'm talking about. Oh.
Covino and Rich's Throwback Thursday.
Wow. What's this?
This is the North Pole.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Where's the snow?
Why are you smiling like that?
I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite.
Make work your favorite. That's your favorite, okay?
Okay.
Work is your new favorite.
Fine.
It's time for the announcement.
Okay.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Oh, my God! Santa here? I know him.
He'll be here to take pictures with all the children.
Yeah.
Just keep your receipts. 10 a.m. tomorrow.
10 a.m. tomorrow.
Santa's coming to town.
Yes.
Sign this for me.
Oh, hi. Santa's coming.
Happy holidays.
Tell Santa what you really want.
Covino and Rich.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Put that cookie down now!
Oh, my God.
I'm looking for miracle trees. Miracle trees. Merry Christmas, little Jimmy. Merry Christmas, little Jimmy.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Everybody! Feliz Navidad, everybody!
Covino and Rich.
Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Hey, good morning and Merry Christmas time. How come it's snowing on your side but not on mine? Look at Festive Dickie.
I wanted to try
Chris
it out.
Dingle.
I wanted to try it out before you did it on your side.
Dick
What do you
Dingle.
think?
Dickie Dingle. Not Chris Kringle. Dick Dingle.
Dick
He has
Dingle!
snow and Garland on his side.
You want
I'm
me to
Covino.
look good or no? Should we kill it?
I love it. I don't like the Garland. Who are you?
Jeff Garland? You think you're Jeff Garland?
Think you Jeff Garland or
No,
something?
just snow?
I don't know.
I love the Garland.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do the Garland, you gotta do it nice. Attention to detail. Attention to detail. It's a TBT.
Hey.
Throwback Thursday at CNR. We be rocking out.
Yeah!
Woo.
Ho, ho, ho. Spot,
Why'd you toss it?
you're looking fresh to death, my dude.
Spot looks good.
Got a
Freshly
haircut,
faded.
got a shave.
Got a little shape up.
Two
Beard's
bits.
looking toy. Thank
the
you
snow
guys.
back. I love the
Good
snow.
morning. I didn't hate the snow. You just had the
I'll do it- I'll
Garland
do it nice
all
later.
like thrown on there, sloppily.
That was my day yesterday.
There was no rhyme or reason to it.
That was my day yesterday, and
I still
had
call you Dick Dingle?
You could call me Dick Dingle all you want. That might be my new radio name.
Dick
Maybe I'll
Dingle.
get more traction as Dick Dingle.
Dick Dingle.
So yesterday was a really awesome day, and I say really awesome day.
Not for me.
Meaning, like I got to spend time with Sarah. With just we're excited to have the kids get back here, but there's no way on earth we would have been able to clean out the garage, get all the Christmas decorations, sort things out if the two kids were here.
Right.
So it was a great day as far as that goes. We're like, we missed the kids. We're excited for them to come back and see the house decorated, but no way on earth.
No way on earth does it sound like you're ever going to have a third kid the way you described two. So 3 is out of question.
Well, I mean, I'll have 3 kids if there's an oopsie daisy, but besides that, no
mean,
plan. Never a
Isn't
plan.
Isn't it called a whoopsie doodle when it happens to you?
Ooh, whoopsie doodle. Whoopsie doodle.
Dick Dingle did it again.
Yeah, if we have 3,
Old Dick Dingle.
if we have 3,
Doodle.
if we have 3, we'll.
Old Dick Dingle.
It's really, honestly, it's a whoopsie dinky doodle.
Whoop thigh doodled again.
So yesterday, no, you know what it was? I realized that even when you pack,
I'm always packing.
and based on that video from a couple days ago, someone's packing some grapefruits in their pants around here.
I got some
Beach balls.
little mini watermelons.
Oh, man.
Even when you move and you're like, all right, I really condense shit. If you wanted to keep cleaning, eventually you could just get rid of so much stuff.
Yeah.
Like even Christmas decorations, which you don't want to, but you're like, all right, Here's a little bell that goes on the door. We've got a new one, so do we need the old one? No, we don't. Throw it out. Here's some old shitty snow.
What sort of bell?
Here's some old shitty snow.
A jingle bell?
Do we need this? No, because you're going to buy a $5 bag of new snow.
Oh, that's why you got this here.
Yeah,
it
this is-
works. Make
but
it
you know what I'm
festive.
saying? I just feel like...
But you had it just plopped on the table.
I know,
Lisa
I-
Paraggio, I think you're
Paraggio.
a little like biased here. Look like ass. He just had it like plopped on our news desk.
So, not only do you do the news, you have a news desk now?
On my news desk.
wow.
News desk.
So,
I'm Ernie Anastas.
You were nowhere near.
Channel 7
How
News.
dare you.
how dare you compare yourself
How
to a guy
dare
like
you.
Ernie
How
Anastas?
dare you?
I'm Ernie Anastas.
Well, a lot of observations yesterday. I have some funny stories. I got high as fuck last night. I really did. And I had such a nice time with Sarah. We had a full day. Like, I forgot what it was like to have a full day of getting things done.
On a Throwback Thursday, it seems like Rich is reliving what it's like to not have kids and loving it. That's what it sounds like.
You know,
I get things done. I have crazy sex. I get real high. Me and Sarah had a blast.
But it's a good break that every parent needs.
Yeah.
Every parent needs that break. Because then when you go back to the day-to-day with them, you love it, but for different reasons in a different way. Like when I see Emmy on
It's
FaceTime,
the only benefit of co-parenting.
Yeah.
When I had just about enough, I'm like, all right, back to mom now. Like when my time is over.
Yeah. No, I mean,
And I'm like,
trust me,
woo,
it's
man.
the day-to-day. Like I said to Sarah, my whole day is...
But then I miss her, and then I'm happy to see her.
Yeah,
again.
my whole day is based around the kids. So when Sarah and I have a couple days here where we could straighten up the house, we could go through the garage, and it was actually really nice to just go through boxes and be like, yo, we don't need any of this shit. I cleaned out like half our garage, and I know that sounds like boring,
Get rid of anything
but
good?
trust me.
Yeah, you would think he would have went out and had a wonderful dinner. They
No,
went
we're going to go out
dancing
tonight. We're
and
going to go out tonight for a nice dinner.
They cleared out
where
a
you
box.
I don't know yet, Spot. To be honest, we're going to see if you guys want to do something or meet up for a drink afterward. But we just want to enjoy our time, right? So then we did not have Taco Bell. We had something Sarah wanted, which I hadn't had in a long time. I had it with you guys back in the day. Remember Tel Aviv?
Tel Aviv's great. If you get the hummus.
The hummus, the falafel
hummus.
waffle is the thing she gets. Or
The
is it-
hummus is very good.
What they got the juice.
Tel Aviv. There's a few of them now. Well, anyway, it's
This is Rich's doorbell.
Sounds like the Taco Bell bell.
That's the joke.
Oh, okay. I was like,
that's Rich's fucking call. Woo! That's his Pavlov's dog. Woo!
I wish.
Taco Bell.
Cortina Crunch.
Ah! Cheesy.
I love Taco Bell.
So
There's no
sports,
denying it.
entertainment, life. Dickie Do-Right
But-
is in great spirits.
As
Rich rewinded
Dick Dingle.
that grandfather clock to make that sound.
Thank you guys for being here.
but
Good
yeah,
morning.
we're excited. We're a few days away from having the kids back here, but until then, it's just nice to get things organized.
I'm
We had
going
to
to tell
figure
you
out
later a purchase that you need
Yeah.
to make before they get back.
We had to figure out.
You heard me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Purchase. I read
Purchase you need to make before they get back. We've talked about it, but now they're really pushing it during this holiday season.
Little things like where to put the Christmas tree, where to put this day. You know, because this is our first season, our first Christmas in this house.
Yes.
So every decoration that has had its previous place, we have all new furniture, all new layouts. So everything's finding its
home.
finding its home. So it was
Spot.
it was sort of like a nice night, and I realized that I had to retire one of my favorite Christmas decorations because I have two little kids now, and I can't have this out and about. So I brought it to the studio. Someone got me this as a gag gift like 20 years ago, and I just always kept it for some reason. It's my snow globe of the snowman fucking the snow woman.
Let me see.
She's got a little.
Keep it here in the studio.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a snowman
Wait a
holding
second.
holding a snow woman with her titties out. And I've had this for years, but when I was single, I could have it in my apartment and it fools people because they're like, oh, nice snow globe. Oh, like, you know, it's like the one gag gift I've had in the house, but I can't have this out and about now. But here you go. Right here. It found its new home.
Well, yeah, it's got little snow titties.
It's got little
and
snow
everything.
titties.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Snow titties.
It's got snow titties.
I mean, it's got snow titties.
It does have snow titties.
I mean, it's got snow titties.
So that's my happy holiday.
Well, happy
snow globe.
holidays as you decorate, as you play your Christmas music, as you enjoy the Covino and Rich show. Look at our festive lights. Look at our little old school tree that everybody had. Everybody's parents had this tree right here, but my parents lost a star, so ours never had a star on
Oh,
it.
you know, because I broke mine out.
Yeah.
For the family heirloom. I shipped it here.
Is it called something, this tree that everybody had?
It's just a ceramic Christmas
the
tree.
ceramic tree that lit up and you were mesmerized by when the parents busted it out?
Yeah, I had to, I shipped it out, but it didn't have the top star. I don't know where it went because it's loose in there. So I just bought one online. They were super cheap. Super cheap. They're plastic.
I used to love the Christmas decorations.
Mine's really nice, though.
I used to love the old school bubble ones that my grandmother had.
Yeah,
We've
we're
talked
trying
about that.
That's something we're doing today.
You're buying bubble lights?
No, we're trying to decide what does the outside of our house look like with Christmas lights.
you gotta
where
go
do
to
we
town.
put it? What do we do? I'm not getting on the roof. I'm not doing any of that.
Oh, come on.
No, because we eventually have to redo the roof spot. The roof is a
You're not going to Griswold it up?
no, but it's gonna look nice. I'm not going like up on the rooftop.
Can
Up on the roof.
Up on the roof.
Just don't make your... You know what I don't like? And this is by no means meaning to offend anyone.
Uh-oh.
But I don't like the new type of lights.
Oh, yeah, like LED?
The LED
They suck.
colored lights.
I'm sorry if it offends you. They suck.
They make it...
I don't know even what you're talking about. What are you saying?
There's classy white lights, but they're
There's
like
warm... There's warm...
like a warm...
There's warm white. There's warm Christmas lights, right? There's warm Christmas lights. These new lights are obviously last longer, but they're LED.
They suck.
So they have a very cold, kind of not fun tint to them. And it's hard to explain.
I know
Rich,
you're saying
without
you want a warm, nice
You want
holiday
warm,
vibe.
These have a blue
white.
tone.
No,
and they
yeah.
suck,
Nope, that
but they
stinks.
glow real white
Nope,
and
don't want that.
gross. And
Yeah,
so
no
stink.
and no inflatables.
You busting out a nativity scene?
Unless you want to bring down the stock of your neighborhood.
Yeah,
You trash bag.
I may do one little blow up on the side of the house for the kids.
All right,
or something
Mario
where
Wrangle.
people can't really see it.
You know what my
make sense?
sister did?
What?
You mean
She
like right
bought-
here where no one sees it? Like right here.
Yeah, like the little side area, like their little
That's
play
okay.
area. Yeah,
Nothing out front.
What's it going to be?
We're going to Home Depot today. We're going to the stores. We're doing everything. Because again, you could get done in one day what takes a month with two kids.
Maybe
By the
you need
way.
to like chain them up or something.
No,
Keep them in place.
They're just at the perfect age of chaos. Everyone knows that. 4.5 and 1.5.
Why
And just,
don't you buy? I got an idea. Velcro wall.
and just throw them. Yeah,
Just in a Velcro
and
suit
give
for
them
Ben.
suits.
Bah. And Ben's just like, because then
by the way,
they can't say you did
Like,
anything.
think about
The
it.
guy gets
You
stuck
could,
on it.
You could crate train a child. You can crate train a dog. Eventually,
I
they
was trying
start
to find like
Eventually,
a
not a
nice
bad
way.
idea, Spot.
Eventually, dogs stop screaming after you leave. Eventually, Emmy and Ben will stop screaming after you leave.
The
They'll just
Velcro
accept
wall
their little.
spot.
Ben will just try.
Taking that to Shark Tank.
We'll try and pry the bars open, but he'll accept his spot in that little crate.
Well, as you decorate and as Rich is all excited about it,
yeah.
telling you
I even
how
like,
he's going to decorate. What about the nativity?
You know what I like? I like interior lights.
Okay.
Well, do you have a nativity joke that you're making?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, I asked you 3 times. No, it's okay.
Funny you should ask.
I mean, but why wouldn't you just acknowledge it? You ignore the
I
things
said
that
no.
I
The
said.
first time you said, I said nah.
God, you forced that joke more than I did.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
forced
even going to
jokes.
do it now. I'm not
Nativity
going to do it. Because if I say
Speaking
it
of
3 times,
nativities.
it's not funny anymore. Anyway, my sister bought like a play nativity because I used to love that shit. No joke. I'm going to save the joke. It was a Chad Kruger joke, but it's all good.
All right, let's see. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's see if we can piece this together.
It's not funny
Chad Kruger.
when you don't play along and you fucking steamroll
Nativity.
through what you have to say instead of listening to something I'm trying to chime in on. That is relevant.
I got it.
Not relevant, but
You lost You lost Joseph, so you replaced it with Chad Kruger.
that's the joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little Chad Kruger doll.
Yeah, that's the joke.
So, blow ups and those
By the way, if
those
you,
other lights are probably the easiest trash thing. What is the one that you had a couple years ago? That's it's not trashy, but it's like a really easy, lame way to decorate.
way-
What's this? The star light thing?
I'm so upset that I just
The
saw
laser lights?
Yeah.
I'm so upset that I just thought of this now, but please write this down for next year. I think that we should do a gag where we produce Covino, Rich, and Spot, 3 wise men, and then everybody has to replace us in their nativity set without their wives knowing. I think we could do that for
Like
next
the
year.
Yoda gag?
Yeah.
Everyone puts Yoda in there with the
Yoda,
wise men.
but like-
yeah, Yoda, yeah.
Like we'll have our 3 wise men stance. It'll be like I'll be like this. I'll be holding the myrrh. Not from
from Impractical
Not from
Jokers.
Impractical
He's not that
Jokers.
heavy. He's a light guy.
I obviously didn't find that funny.
But
It's
you don't want,
constant.
but you didn't want to hear my nativity joke.
It's constant chaos at those ages. I have a 3.5-year-old and a 2-year-old. I'm with you, Rich. That's living like no one else. Complete chaos. Is there going to be a Covino and Rich Christmas spectacular?
There is.
Yeah, you know what?
actually.
Sarah was asking that last night because we're buying stuff, and she's like, I want to buy these Christmas napkins at like Home Goods or Joann's or something. I'm like, for what? She goes, well, I assume besides our little holiday hang, she goes, if Covino and Jordan and Spot and Kristen are in LA for Christmas, why don't we have people over for dinner or something if no one's doing anything? And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Invite your sister as well.
Idaho, and I'll be coming back Christmas Day to retrieve Melodia.
Yeah, so I was like,
So
yeah,
my holiday's a little complicated, but of course I'm going to stop by.
stop
With
by.
some panettone. I brought some
By the
panettone.
way,
Happy
Spot,
holidays,
Spot, you want
everybody.
to- I just bought one of those ceramic trees last year. I don't know if there's a star on the top. Hold on, I'll be right back. The one that you're talking about.
Could we use that one and replace it with my digital one?
I'm not going to tell Rich my joke because he don't fucking listen.
I want to hear it. Tell
I'm
me.
going to tell you, Spot.
All right, tell me.
Yo, did you ever hear this random fun fact about Chad Kruger and
No.
how he loves appearing in nativity plays?
No.
You know Chad Kruger from Nickelback?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, anytime there's a nativity play in town, he volunteers. He's been a shepherd, an innkeeper, a wise man. He even played the back end of a donkey in one of these plays. I fucked the joke up.
No, you did it. But
I
he
did.
never made
But
it
he
as
never
a
made
wise
it as a
man.
wise man.
I didn't say that. I did fuck it up. I said wise man.
Oh, you blew it. Oh, that's much
But he
nicer.
never
Put that
made
in
it
the
as a
center.
wise
Hold
man.
on. Hold on. What did I call this?
See, that's why. Rich fucked me up.
Lights. What did I call that? Oh, mini tree. Go.
Oh, you do have the star. How do you not know that? Big,
By the way, that looks.
bright-
Wait, why wouldn't you bring that in here?
Because it's, I don't know, part of my, I
Well, he
broke
has
it out
it
yesterday.
in his living room.
I mean, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
Let me move mine. Hang on. Oh yeah, that's really nice. That's a really nice. Turn it so the star faces us.
Isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, it's It looks like we.
It looks no different than the fucking one we
Digital
had
one,
before.
I know.
Yeah, like none.
It looks no
Why
different.
have anything real when you could have a virtual house
I mean,
next
yeah.
to Snoop
Honestly,
Dogg's?
if you want to take that back, you can. And I'll use the virtual.
That's all
one.
good.
Use that
I'll
one
take
in
it
your
back
real
later.
house. We could use the other one in our metaverse.
I'll send you the. Yeah, I'll send you the
Yeah,
digital
what's
one.
the point of having this for you guys? What would be the point of us getting real lights when on our Covino and Rich metaverse, these lights right above us are no better.
They
no
equally
worse.
work.
Just as good.
I mean, look at my metaverse.
Yeah.
I put up my tree in my metaverse. It's snowing in my metaverse. It's so cozy here in my cabin, my metaverse cabin.
You're like Merry Christmas or something like that. So I had a thought.
Hey, yo, kid, happy birthday.
I had a thought, and
Go to bed.
Sarah and I are doing our gingerbread party. It's back in action after COVID cramped the world, right? For a better part of what? 2 years?
Misery.
So Sarah's really excited. If you're newer to our show, every year, for maybe like 5 years now, my wife wanted to start the tradition of having friends over, having a party where she just makes a bunch of gingerbread. So if you want to just come and hang and have drinks, you can do that. But if you want to make a gingerbread house, we have a whole setup where there's
Can I make
gingerbread,
a
frosting,
request?
candy. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, man. She'll. What do you want?
Can she also make can I have my house made as cookies? Because I would love to. I haven't
cookie
I haven't
house?
decorated gingerbread. I want to make gingerbread men and eat their penises.
Yeah, whatever you want. Talk to my wife. But here's the fun of it. There's a rhyme and a
Why
reason.
don't you just make penises, and they're clearly gingerbread penises?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
wanna
Where'd you get the penis? From the gingerbread man.
Yeah.
Just eat the fucking big penis.
Rich, she can just use you to trace it out.
Yeah. Thanks, bud. So
Big penis.
there's a question I have. Now I think it all ties together. There's a rhyme and a reason why yesterday we broke out all the Christmas decorations. We're all set. Today we're gonna see if we get a tacky lawn inflatable or not. And not this weekend.
I can't wait to see when Ben
Breaks all these little bulbs.
when Ben
when he knocks us over and it just cracks. Of course, yeah.
when he tries to see if he could lift it over his head.
Oh, when Sarah and I actually said
like
we said last night, we were like, if we put this on the dining room table, is it really just a countdown until he breaks it and it chatters everywhere?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I mean, like, say goodbye. We might as well keep it in here. It'll survive. So for our little gingerbread house party, we usually send out a little invite, not an evite, not a in the mail message, like we text or email our friends, like I guess you would say a little invitation Sarah makes,
Are
right?
Kid and Play coming to your gingerbread house party?
Yes, they're coming to my gingerbread house party. I tie this all together.
Hamburger. Still better than the Kruger joke, Spot.
Never made it as a wise man.
Never made it as a wise man. Fuck, I said wise man.
Well, no.
You know, he's played Baby Jesus.
I
He's
said
played
wise man. He's never played this. I said wise man.
He's supposed to end the
and
joke
then
with.
I said he never made it as a wise man.
He's supposed to end the joke with, but he never made it as a wise man.
Never made it as a wise man.
But no, it works because you say he played all these parts.
Yeah, but I said wise man in the first part. I'm pretty sure I did.
But you can easily say he never made. You did, but you could say, oh, he never made it as the wise man. So he tried everything, but he never made it as a
He's played
wise
Baby
man.
Jesus. He's played Joseph. He's played.
You could even play the back end of the donkey.
Yeah, but
he never made it as a wise man.
There's 16 pieces in a nativity.
Let me write that down for Pop 2K.
There's 16 pieces in a nativity, and you fucking blew it.
Wise
Make
man
fun
joke.
of my joke. Next time you run into a Chad Kruger fan,
you could have
busted
said
out.
Balthazar. You could have said the little shepherd boy. You could have said the drummer boy. You could have said Joseph. You could have said Mary.
I was going to say he never
you could
made
have
it
said
as
the
the brother
donkey.
man. Never
you
made
could
it
have
as the
said
brother
the
man.
sheep. You could have said
All right, we got it, Spot. You
the
know the whole
lobster.
nativity.
You could have
Is
said.
that really a lobster, or is that a joke from Love Actually?
It's a joke from Love Actually.
Okay,
Rich.
I was like, "There's there really a lobster?"
On a side note, though, I always loved the nativity scene for real.
I do too.
Yeah,
It's very.
I used to
calming.
love it.
The cow. Don't forget the
It's
cow.
Very, very sweet. It's very nice.
Yeah. So go ahead. You're
Oh, so
excited
we're
about
gonna have our
gingerbread
little
party?
party next Friday, which is the.
You mean Saturday?
I'm sorry. Yeah, next Saturday, the
okay.
18th. Next Saturday, the 18th. So I said, Sarah, time's a crunching. I texted a few people, like, save the date, you know, that. But we're going to email and text a bunch of our friends. Next Saturday, the 18th, I think 6 p.m. is a good start time because we could order food, get dinner. Then the kids go to sleep and all the adults could drink and hang and have fun. There's a discrepancy. We don't know. I want you to put up the invitation spot on the screen. I blurred out my address. I know how badly Kyle and PA is going to fly out here and come join the fun. But if you were out here, I'd invite you. What the hell? More the merrier. But on the invitation, there's something that... See, look at the top. Don't scroll down yet. Ready?
I'm not going to scroll down. Actually, I can't scroll down, so I'll have to go to the full screen for the other side.
Eat, drink, decorate, be merry. Please join us for our annual Christmas gingerbread party.
okay.
Now go full screen spot because we're not sure if this needs to be included in 2021. Because
I would say if you have to think about it, then don't do it.
my instinct is no.
Someone will be offended.
Sarah's instinct.
You're about to offend somebody.
Sarah's instinct is
Here we go.
yes.
Here we go.
Mine is no.
Rich is about to
Saturday,
offend.
December 18th, 6 p.m.
Is that a QR code? What is that?
No, I scanned out my address. Sarah thinks we need to include this because of the world we're in now.
Oh, hold
It's a
on.
discrepancy.
Read it, Spot.
I mean,
Hold, no,
you're
I'm gonna
inviting
zoom it
friends,
in.
right?
Hang on.
Yeah.
So why do you got to fucking worry about your friends' feelings?
With this being our first gingerbread party since COVID, isn't COVID all capitalized? I don't know. We want to keep y'all safe. Sarah wrote this. If you are not vaccinated, please take a test before you arrive.
I think unnecessary. She thinks for people and guests to feel safe.
I don't know.
And I said, you know, it might be. She's like any invitation for anything anyone's getting this holiday season has something like that, just so that people feel comfortable. We're not
She
saying
might be right, yeah.
We're not saying like, hey, at the door we have a fucking checker. We're just saying. She's saying just to cover your own butt. She's like, be like, hey, if you're not vaxxed, get a test to make sure we're all good. And the truth is, I've looked at every invitation for anything this holiday season, and everything does include some type of like COVID little. How do you do?
I mean, the flip side of the argument is what Ian Kennedy said on social media. Ian Kennedy and the Carls said, friends don't make friends. Get tests before they hang out. So it's like, who are you inviting? The Kuhnemans?
Are the Kuhnemans coming?
That Paul fucking rages. Keep him out of the holiday
Paul's going to be doing
punch bowl.
Yeah, nog stands.
One time I was partying with Paul Kuhneman of the Kuhnemans.
Isn't it
Poofador Paul? I call him Kuhneman.
Jesus Christ.
Well, look who showed up in your.
And he drank out of the whole punch bowl and left a little cup.
Look who's in Spot's little cabin with him. Narzan. Hi,
Hey,
Narzan.
This is what it looks like in Canada, I assume. Hey, buddy. let's go lay by the fire.
I'm so jealous of your cozy little get-together you guys are
Lay by
having.
the fire.
What's up, Narzan? What's going on, buddy? Narzan, king of the oil patch. from Canada is here visiting.
You can move.
You guys are always welcome.
Sorry.
You have to sit on those spikes.
So, what do you guys think? Lynn, Kirk, Jason. Is that a request or a suggestion? Jason wants to know.
It's a suggestion. That's why it's like, hey,
look, I look
So
at it
if
this
it's
way.
just a suggestion,
It's your party, your rules,
then
your
who gives a
house.
shit?
You know, so
if it's only a suggestion,
my dad's an asshole. Yeah, I would say thanks, but no thanks. I'll see you in a couple of years.
Sarah said anyone. Sarah's argument is that no one would say what your dad says.
He definitely would. He's old school as hell.
if it's only a suggestion, then why even bother?
So yeah, I guess it's a rule. But again, it's his house, his rules.
If
Hey, you ever play wiffle ball? Home field, your rules.
like Rich,
Home run's a home. Roof's a home run.
Yeah.
His house, you need a vaccine.
where I mean,
No,
I,
not a
negative
vaccine.
test, negative
No,
test.
not a vaccine.
I can talk
negative
about it. I don't care. So this Saturday is
Saturday.
the return of Maria and I are getting together to make cupcakes for her annual Christmas party that we developed 3 years ago or 4 years ago at this point. And her invitation went out, and her invitation said, if you plan to attend, you must be vaccinated. This is a little bit more extreme, and get a test beforehand. So I assume that in an operation like hers and the circles she runs in, the fact that she's in the entertainment industry and has to interact with all these people, I assume people are checking these tests. So
Well, but
the fact that it being on the invitation makes sense. I think for you, if you're not going to like be standing at the door checking tests, if you just hope that everyone is like vaccinated or checks themselves, I wouldn't even bother.
Well, here's the question.
I assume people would do that
Here's the
anyway.
question. Maria Menounos, I could understand why she would do that.
Yeah,
Because
she's
the
going to
police-
have someone at the door checking and crossing
She's
off the
going
list.
to. We've been to her parties.
And have someone with a headset there and be like, well,
Yeah, she has people.
But I'll tell you why it makes sense for her to do it.
yours is like more of a cozy
Yeah,
gathering.
Exactly.
it makes sense for her to do, and I'll tell you why. Because the people attending her event are rolling in circles that are doing
Liability reasons.
big time
Who
liability
knows?
things, like
Yeah.
people that are shooting TV shows
Right.
or
Yeah.
people like last year we were there. Olivia
Rodrigo. No.
Culpo?
Olivia
Culpo.
Culpo's there. She's with Christian McCaffrey, which means he's fucking playing NFL games. People, you know what I'm saying? Like
my third
people-
wife might be there this
But
weekend.
what I'm saying, Spot, is that people doing high level things with no chance for fucking mistakes like that need to operate that way.
It's a little, well, yeah, I guess.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
Like if I don't know, let's say Maria Menounos invites fucking Ryan Seacrest to her party. He's not going to go somewhere.
I say, no thanks. See you in a couple of years.
He's not going to go somewhere, right? Seacrest ain't going to go somewhere where he could fucking just catch the vid and then have to not host Dick Clark's New Year's Eve, right?
That New Year's Eve would not be rocking.
So you get what I'm saying? We're not like that. But Sarah thinks just for the technicality, that's why I think she put y'all, like, y'all just be safe, but then if she were get tested if you want, then it's like, then why even include it?
Y'all makes it more playful? Is that what you mean?
What?
Why? What do you mean?
Yeah, I think it's more like, because no one, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's how, I mean, you guys got COVID here, right? We all have it. We're all done. COVID.
I mean, not done, but we're done for a while.
But I'm saying like, so,
February.
Till
but
February,
like,
we're
there's no
good.
one,
Some people say
there's,
longer.
there's no one that we have to worry about, but it's not about us, is it? Isn't it about like the guests coming to your party?
Yeah, you want everyone to feel comfortable. I hear you on that for sure.
Like for me, I don't give a fuck. I'm vaccinated and I had it. So I could fucking lick a boot and I'm fine. You know? So to me, I don't give a fuck.
I want to read this one more time just to check the verbiage. Hang on. So
Is Narzan vaccinated? I don't know. Are you vaccinated? Yeah, Narzan's vaccinated. I don't know. You're welcome in my house. This is we're having a party.
it's
There's going to be, Sarah's like, if there's 20 or 30 people here, she's like, there's probably going to be a few people that want to feel safe like that. And I'm like, and she's like, for those few safe people, isn't that a considerate thing to put?
I have a question. In today's day and age, do you just equally assume that like the other person's taking precautions, or is it bad on you and bad on him for not actually coming out and saying that I'm vaccinated? Are you vaccinated? Or are you vaccinated? I'm vaccinated.
No, but do you get what I'm saying, Spot?
do you see what I'm
It's
saying?
not
I look at
about
it this way. It's your fucking party, man.
Cry if you want to.
You do what you want because it's your house.
Yeah, but Wes says
and if
dumb
people don't
things.
like it,
Yeah,
then fuck off.
I learned this.
You could,
6
but
weeks
Wes
ago.
could think that all he wants.
I learned.
He just
this-
doesn't go.
I learned this 6 weeks ago. It's on me. So if I decide to be cavalier with my health, that's on me. I have to assume that wherever I go, that it's gross.
Rich just ripped ass.
It's my job to
In
protect
Narsan's
myself.
direction.
I'm sorry, Nars.
So I have to assume that going to a party with a group of people, there's going to be mixed bag, and I'm taking a risk. So if I'm willing to take that risk, then I'm okay and I can live my life. But if I'm a ninny pants, a cotton-headed ninny muggins, and
Which you are.
and I don't want to, and I want to avoid people, that's on me. And you know what I'll say? Sorry, not coming. I don't feel comfortable yet.
Sarah should have reworded. Well, we didn't send it. That's why I bring it up. You bozos! I bring it up and show you because we haven't sent it, and that's the conversation. What don't people get? This wasn't sent to anybody.
So you might maybe say,
this is shown to you, bozos.
you know, we hope, maybe say, you know, since this is our first, let me put it up again. Since this is our first, you could keep the first line, but say, please take the appropriate precautions and make sure that you're.
There you go. That
Okay.
sounds a lot better.
You know,
Since it's our first party since COVID, please be extra safe.
Please be
Maybe?
extra safe, and that can.
That can encompass.
That doesn't.
Yeah.
That doesn't prove that you have a negative test or anything, or that you're negative.
Yeah, but I'm not checking tests.
But you're putting the responsibility. Yeah, you're not checking tests.
But by putting some type of like, hey, since it's our first party since COVID, and we want since
Yeah,
we
I
all
think
want you all to be safe, everyone just do. I don't know.
I think you just you have to imply that it's on you. Like I said, a party like Maria who put it on the invitation, I know tests are being checked. But a party like yours, no tests are being checked, so you're just encouraging people to be safe. So I think
Well, that's also because I'm going to you know, keep in mind, you and I, and you, me, and Cove
unity
Cove and I have had
Cove and I.
me,
Yes.
me, yes.
No.
You,
Cove and I.
You, Cove and I.
You Cove.
You,
and I.
Cove and I.
Cove you.
How about
and
that?
I.
Oh, take precautions that make you comfortable. Mauser, that's why you're one of the smartest listeners we have.
Right.
Take precautions that make you comfortable.
That make other people.
And that might mean people show up wearing masks. That might mean
Whatever.
people get a test before
Dude,
they
my
come.
brother showed up at my dad's barbecue with someone wore a mask at my dad's house. Like whatever makes you comfortable.
Was it the scream mask?
I don't think he wore it for your dad.
You had your Christmas party at your house?
Give him his. Okay.
Well, it was implied that everyone is vaccinated, but I specifically had people ask if it was required. I said it's not required, but it's up to you. Most people are vaccinated, and they chose not to come.
Why don't you share the mic like an 80s hair metal band?
Oh.
Back to back and then.
So, again, I think people get so weird. I'm reading the feedback, and it's just going so fast because we're getting so much feedback. But immediately, no offense, people like your dad are like, no thanks, which is such a dopey approach. It's like, no thanks. We do live in a world now that's different. You know, when your kids go to school and you go places, you travel, you get on a plane, there's shit you got to do now. So if you can have 20, 30 people in your house.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, it's not about you, dude.
I'm not saying me.
Spot, Covino, and I have all had COVID. We are vaxxed. Again, I can lick a boot and I'll be fine. It's not about me. My kids had COVID, not about them. It's about someone coming here. Should they feel comfortable knowing that it's not a fucking crazy free-for-all?
I'm torn on the whole thing.
As am I, which is why I brought it up.
But it's your house.
I also
so
think
whatever
too,
you welcome whoever the fuck you want, however you want.
I don't get how people aren't getting this. They're living in a fucking weird fantasy world.
And I think we're at the point, just based on personal experience, where vax or no vax, you either test or you don't.
Yeah, I think that part. Yeah, vaxxed or non-vaxxed, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
because
fucking matter,
anyone could get it. Anyone could transmit it. It's just if you have it,
about the
if
negative
you're
test.
vaxxed, you just transmit it at a lower percentage, whatever. But it doesn't matter. Vaxxed or unvaxxed, you're still capable of getting it and capable of transmitting it. That's a fact. No one gives a fuck about that. What I'm saying is, on a simple invitation, Sarah. And by the way, there's some people that are like, "Well, I'd be like, well, I wouldn't go." Not just your dad, other people.
Okay.
Sarah's like, okay, she's like, you think one of your...
Yeah, but my dad wouldn't go if you said kids are not allowed. He would be like, yeah, my kids.
Well, kids are allowed. It's a gingerbread
saying,
party.
you know,
But what I'm saying
he
is, like,
has his,
Sarah's like,
rules he lives by.
Sarah's like, do you think any of your softball buds
kids for the night?
or a couple of your coworkers or any of my girlfriends, do you think someone's not going to come because I write be safe with COVID? She's like, if they don't want to come, like, she's like, I can't think of one person that wouldn't go because of that message. And I'm like, you're right. She's like, then she's like, we don't have a shortage of people that want to come hang. She's like, if someone's really offended by, hey, let's all be safe. We learned our lesson. We all got COVID. We all been there, done that, right? So doesn't a person assume risk by going in a social situation? Yeah, Sean, but every social situation you go in, there's an announcement of some sorts of your risk. We went to go see Hamilton, right? We had to show a doctor's note, a vax card, a this or that. You had to do all that. You go to a restaurant, you got to do your own little, like, you know, depending on where you live.
You guys didn't show your butthole at Hamilton?
I showed my butthole.
Oh, yeah. I did the butthole COVID test. That's they did the rapid test, right?
Yeah.
They shoved that big the rubber fist up your ass.
It was the dirty mic on the corner. He's like, show me your butthole. I'm like, okay. The boys weren't there.
Especially if you're dealing with some people, like Covino said, it has nothing to do with someone's more important. Mauser made the joke before, but if you're dealing with people that do work on sets and different things like that out here or in the world of sports, they are under a fucking insane protocol. You know this. Every set, every day, everything.
Everything.
You have to think about how you would handle it. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You could hand out ivermectin.
And I'm not sure how I would handle it, to be honest.
I'll be honest, I sort of like what Mauser said, and I give him too much credit all the time because he's a
Mentioned
smart
him
guy.
at least 20 times today.
But honestly, think about it.
Mouther.
Mouther.
I mean, he's a great guy.
Mouther.
Jim Ramsey just said,
Mouther. Him and Angela. I mean, come on. With this being our first gingerbread party since COVID. Wait, how about just take off the last sentence? How about with this being our first gingerbread party since COVID, everyone do their best to play it safe? I don't know.
What does it say?
The original said something about if you're not vaccinated, because again, we were not. I was vaccinated, got it. So a spot, you aren't and got it. So that's irrelevant. So I think that part needs to be taken out. Again, this is why it's a rough draft. And I asked you guys because this is a very topical conversation. Let's see. Would you include the same caveat if you were in Texas? No, because Texas is a different world, and no one in Texas is working in the types of jobs that people are working in out here. It's a different world. Narzan lives in a town where he told me, the next snowmobile is 25 miles away.
No, but that's a
big factor.
That's a legitimate question.
Yeah.
So you're worried about the itty bitty feelings of someone that might be scared. Then maybe they shouldn't come. That's the flip side to the argument. If there was no legitimate flip side, you wouldn't be posing the question. So there's something legitimate. It's like you got to cater to the little itty bitty, like, you know.
What's the itty bitty? What do you mean
for the one
bitty?
person or the two people that are like uncomfortable? Then maybe they shouldn't come out.
No.
I'm just saying that's the flip side. So you can't be like, if that's not irrelevant. It's a totally relevant point.
Schools and jobs are different out here, right? So there's different parameters and different safety precautions being taken, right? So you have to accommodate that type of stuff. True, right? I mean, Narzan, you've traveled. This is your first time in the U.S. and you were telling me how your second time, right?
Yeah, that's a huge factor because even where we're at, there's Christmas parties and things like that going on. Companies are concerned that they're losing entire crews if one person tests positive and then they have to find replacement workers. So they're doing these extra steps of mandatory vaccinations, mandatory testing before getting into gathering situations. It depends on, the circumstance. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying what she said, which is, hey, we recommend that you play it safe based on your needs. If you're not,
there you go. Yeah, but hey, play it safe and do what makes you comfortable. Narzan's right. If he's in the oil patch, if they have a little fucking holiday hang and all of his oil workers all get the vid, even if they don't end up real sick or dead, isn't it still a situation where his business is sort of affected if people don't play it safe?
Yeah, but I think those people already know the rules 2 years into it. Mm-hmm. So are you doing it to cover yourself or to really remind them? I think people need reminders.
I think to cover yourself to make it not look like you're irresponsible host. Right?
I'm not arguing or anything. Yeah. I'm just saying that was a valid sort of question. And you sort of dismissed it. That was a valid point.
Yeah. So I'll send that out later today. And I think I like the with this being our first gingerbread party since COVID, maybe do it. What was Narzan's big quote again? Do it makes you feel. Do it makes you feel comfortable. Do it never makes you feel comfortable.
It sounds like, all right, think of it this way. Let's say your dad has a get-together. My dad, who's very old school, he has a get-together. And my brother brings some friends by. You think my dad's going to be like, hey, hold on. Let me check everybody. Everybody get a test? You think your dad would do that? Think about it. You think your dad would be like, oh, good to see you, but who's the stranger you brought? Is he okay?
My dad's vaxxed.
They would not
my
do
dad's
that.
vaxxed.
Yeah, but it's a very young, liberal, like goofy way of thinking sometimes because everybody's doing it. I'm giving you the flip side of the argument. I'm seeing all the feedback, and I'm thinking, yes, like, I don't think they would do that. We're just so caught up in that protocol.
You just said if someone happened to stop by. That's a random thing. If I was at
That's
my
not a random
dad's
thing.
and my
It
buddy
happens.
Paul
It's the
stopped
holidays.
by. No, my buddy Paul stopped by. Hey, what's going on? That's one thing.
You're
This
like,
is
oh, hold up.
This
You know,
is
there's people here.
Yeah, no. You're talking about like, hey, I'm home for the holidays. Gus is in town. Hey, Mr. Covino, what's going on? That's a stop by. Sarah's saying if we have 20, 30 people in a house that some don't know each other, aren't we still living in a world where a little like, hey, just a little something on the invite, like, hey, since we're still dealing, since COVID's, this is our first party since COVID, everyone do what makes you feel most comfortable. I think that's what you got to write.
And if you are offended by that,
Who would be offended
on
by
the
that?
flip side,
then you're no friend of mine.
I would say you just have to realize it's his house, his rules.
Yeah, but who would be offended by that?
If I say take your shoes off before you enter my house, you have every right to be like, yeah, that's fucking lame. You can go. Bye. Peace. See you later. But those are my house rules.
Uncle Joey used to wear plastic bags on his feet in your house because he wouldn't play by the rules.
That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. It's whatever you feel is right for your house and home.
It's like
not everyone's going to agree. You think everyone agreed that
if you got
taking your shoes off is the coolest thing? No.
If you
but
got
that's what I wanted.
Sebastian Maniscalco wouldn't go to your house.
Fine. I don't need him.
If there was an invitation that said, hey, we're having a Christmas party and it's our first hang with all our friends since COVID. Do what makes you feel safe. How could anyone say that is offensive? It's hard to make an argument. Now, if you said, hey, we recommend you do this or get tested, that's one thing. But I think putting a little, hey, do what you think is safe.
That's a rewording you have to do then.
Well, that's why we didn't send it.
Yeah, but you read, people reacted to the first thing you read, not to the adjustment you made when Mauser suggested it.
Well, that's why I brought it to you guys, because I knew I would get good conflicting, feedback.
I'm just giving you both sides of the argument based on the feedback and based on the people that I deal with, and I can see how things are different. And based on where you are, that's a very, very relevant part of this discussion. Based on where you are.
In New York, it would have
the
to be
norms here are different than the norms in other places.
In New York, definitely would need to be done. In LA, would definitely need to be done. Texas, smaller population, smaller, more spread out place, different mindset.
You are catering to the liberal mindset with that. It
is.
I don't think so. Would you do it? Would you do it in Texas then?
I just told you.
Yeah, no. But why? Different sets of people.
Different.
It still becomes a political mindset, no matter what, like a political divide. It does. Because you're really doing it for the LA-based person who's like, yeah, every other invite I got said that.
Yeah, but all right.
And it makes me feel safe and that kind of thing. And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's also the types of jobs people have and the rules that they are being
right. So it depends
told to do in different aspects of their life.
Where they are and the type of people they are.
But I'm saying if you live in LA and your kids have to get tested and your kids wear masks and unless they're playing, I don't know. I'm just saying it's different because of what that person's used to and required to do in their day to day. Well, there you have it. I'll adjust it later, and let me tell you, it's gonna be 100% fun times next Saturday night.
Spot's making gingerbread dicks.
I can't. Gingerbread dicks are on the table.
So
next Saturday.
Yeah.
Gingerbread.
I mean, he said that. I'm just quoting him. So very interesting discussion. To be offended is absurd.
Oh, damn it.
But not wanting to participate is your belief. You're right. Your choice. But it's also Rich's choice or anyone else's choice who's hosting the party to invite or, require whatever it is that they need.
Your house, your
and
choice.
rules to live by. Yeah.
Again,
it's his house.
Again, it's my choice is I had COVID and I'm vaccinated. I don't give a fuck. I feel like it is a consideration to others. Don't you see the difference of what I'm saying? I personally don't fucking care. I had it. I can't get sick again for at least months and months. So I'm saying, is it the nice and polite thing to do moving forward? It's like sending a thank you card to someone. You do things that are just nice and considerate. Isn't it the considerate move to say, hey, we're having a party, you know, play it safe? Like, again, something needs to be said. Right?
Well, you want to make people feel comfortable. When people found out I had COVID, I always have to tell them, like, hey, man, yeah, and I'm totally cleared. I got doctors and hospitals clearance. I'm good, man. I've been cleared since November 9th. I'm good. Oh, no, man, I'm good. I totally understand. But I do want to provide that comfortable feeling for whoever I'm encountering. Like, Narzan, what's up, buddy? Hey, buddy. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
So much more
totally not contagious. Like, I'm good, man.
Yeah,
I got proof here, man. You know, it's an awkward thing, but that's the reality.
But Rich is right, though, because, like, for me, I don't care. I had people at my house. I didn't care if you're vaccinated or not. So it's at your comfort level. If you test positive, whether you're sick or not, if that affects your life, your job, your access to things that you need to do on a day-to-day, then you need to do what you need to do. So the invitation is there. If you want to test before you come by, that's up to you. But it depends on whether that positive test after the party affects your life.
Rich came out fucking shot out of a cannon with things to talk about. He's been nonstop since I got here. Usually we start a Throwback Thursday with like some throwback shit. So I'm gonna lighten up.
There's no...
Yeah, there is. You should have structure. This is still a show. It's not a free-for-all. Let's light our farts on fire just for fun. Want to do that?
Is that an option?
No, because we didn't plan it.
Can I fart into the fire and see what happens?
It's called being prepared and still planning things out so that it feels like a show. Otherwise, we're just three idiots rambling. So,
I mean, that should be the name of our show.
Anyway.
Two idiots rambling.
It's a Throwback Thursday. And I'm rocking my earrings. And Rich, on a Throwback Thursday, I got to tell you, I watched that ABC Live thing.
Me too.
Rich.
Oh, Piper's in here?
And I figured that would have been a great way to start the show. You came in heavy, man.
Sorry.
He ain't heavy. He's my brother.
Piper's heavy.
Piper, no piping.
Oh, let me move. So
Thank you, Narzan. Narzan at the news desk. That's a show. That's a show. Narzan at the news desk.
Yeah, Sarah's just being sweet and considerate. I don't think it's necessary. Sarah thinks we need to put something. So agreed. Instead of some type of, hey, Tess, do this. I think a little, hey, it's our first party. To wrap it up, I think the best thing to put is, hey, it's our first party since COVID. Do what you need to do to make yourself feel safe. Right? Fair? Ta-da.
Yeah. Because you, like you said, you're not checking anyone's
I'm not
results
checking anyone's
anyway.
shit, and I'm not, you know, it's to me, it's more of a, I just want everyone to have a good time, and I'm excited. And by the way, just so anyone knows, no offense to your dad, there's no one that I think that I know that would take the approach of like, that's put offish where I'm not coming. In fact,
well, it's not even about my dad disagreeing. My dad's the type of guy that doesn't play by anyone else's rules but his.
Okay,
so if someone's telling him to do something, yeah, I'm gonna do the opposite. It has nothing to do with. That's a weird. My dad's vaccinated and he stays safer than anybody because he has pre-existing conditions. My dad's the type of guy. If you tell him, everyone in my family saying, "Will you get a haircut?" Yeah, fuck no. Now that you said that, no.
There's an orange.
Whatever you tell him to do, I go by my rules.
Well, that's weird. It's almost like
well,
Spot,
there is that feeling of like not wanting to do shit. I have it all the time when Jordan's like, "Yeah, are you gonna do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do it when I'm ready to do it." How about that?
Wow.
Yeah, I'll do it, but when I'm ready, not when you tell me.
So Covino not doing things when people tell them they want.
I guarantee you that's the root of why my dad feels that way. It's not about being safe. My dad, of course, is safe. You know, my dad is, of course, vaccinated. And he tells me to get vaccinated. He was so like, I don't know what the fuck's up with you and your stupid brother. Like, that's why, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Right? But it's the fact that you're enforcing your rules on them.
That's why, and by the way, and I agree with your dad and some of the people that are eye-rolly about it. Yeah. I agree with them where I would never have a party at my house and be like, all right, bring your negative results. I just feel like in 2021, where we're at now, as a responsible host, when you're having 20, 30 people of your party drinking and hanging and socializing all together, you'd be irresponsible as a human to at least not even note, like, hey, cool, it's COVID. We're all playing it safe, right? All right, check. I said it. I just don't want to look like I'm the person having the fucking free-for-all without saying, hey, everyone, do the right thing. Make sense?
It does.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
So yeah. Again,
I never once
trust me.
disagreed
I
with
am
you.
not the person. I would
like
never.
I said, it's your home. I'm just trying to give flip sides.
Of course, and you keep saying
To
it's my
everything.
home. You keep saying it's my home, which
It
I
is.
get it. But
So
it's,
bottom line, it's whatever you choose.
again, though. But I'm saying it's
is right or
But you're
wrong.
saying it's my home, like your home, your choice. I'm saying my home. I want everyone to feel comfortable here. It's not about me. I'm good. Follow?
Yeah. I'm good too.
All right.
Till like February.
Scott, we have a
something.
phone call. Who's on?
Austin.
What up, bud?
Hey, guys. Hey, Covino, nice earrings. They look like my daughter's. Just kidding. Anyway,
Focus.
hey, Rich, so something that we're talking about in the in-show thread is that the wording of do whatever makes you feel safe, while it's courteous, doesn't really mean much, because if I do what makes me feel safe, that's not taking into account the other person. So I would say we recommend having a test for everyone prior to coming.
How about I
If you're
just
not
be like,
sick,
be like Spike Lee.
whatever.
Do the right thing.
For sure. You guys have a good day. Happy Throwback Thursday.
Love you, buddy.
My
The
sister says all the traveling you've done and now you're worried.
No.
LOL.
Again, Don, my favorite Covino. I don't give. All right, let me say.
It's for the other people.
Remember my song? I don't give a fuck. I said I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Give a
Everybody
fuck
now.
now.
I don't give a fuck. But when you're having 30 people, 20, 30 people over your house, maybe, I don't know how many people are coming, just think it's the right thing to do. Ah, man, I'm mad I even brought it up now. I thought it was going to be a nice little compromise. All right. I'm taking personal responsibility. Thank you, Jason. All right. You watched this thing last night, and so weird that you would, because I didn't know it was on live last night. I saw it on Hulu right as soon as it popped up, and I'm like, oh, I must have missed
It was
it.
on the day before.
Oh, it was? Okay. I watched it
And
last night.
Was on Hulu yesterday, and I missed it live.
Oh, me too.
But I watched it on Hulu because there's an intrigue there. We grew up with these shows. Throwback Thursday, Facts of Life, Different Strokes.
And
They were crossover shows.
I'm
I
not
watched
gonna
them
lie.
both.
I'm not gonna lie, Cove. The other time they did these shows, they did what? All in the Family in Sanford and
I
Son
didn't
or
watch
something?
any of them.
You know why I didn't though? I watched them for a minute, but those were not shows in my wheelhouse. Facts of Life and Different Strokes were very much in my wheelhouse. So since I knew the shows better, you know what I did? Here's what I did. This is a great thing to do. Sarah and I watched them, and then we found those original episodes and like sort of skimmed through them to be like, yo, how they do compared.
Nah, the originals were way better.
No, but it was...
They own those characters. They created
of
those
course.
characters.
But the episode where Arnold is wearing his little superhero thing and he's like all up in Dudley shit and... Willis's business, and then Willis's friend is there who's played by Snoop. We went back to watch the original, and they really did a great job recreating the scene, the set, every movement, the dialogue. And Spot, I sent you a screenshot on the group. I took one screenshot that was funny. It's obviously when Arnold was sitting on Mr. Drummond's lap, but because it's the recreation,
hilarious.
it's Kevin Hart sitting on John Lithgow's lap.
My biggest observation is this, guys. These shows were a big part of our childhood for sure. The theme songs were great. We knew every fucking word.
Fucking
Shout
Boyz
out
II Men?
Alan Thicke. Yeah, Boyz II Men sang the Different Strokes theme, and they included the and Blair sang the Facts of Life. And by the way, Blair from the Facts of Life looks fantastic. Before I give you my full-on take of what happened,
Jennifer Aniston?
I want you to feast your eyes on the screenshot of Kevin Hart as Arnold Jackson sitting on John Lithgow's lap, who's playing Philip
hilarious.
Drummond. And what's her name? Ann Dowd?
Ann Dowd is
as
so...
Mrs. Garrett.
That's a good Mrs. Garrett way.
By the way, she's so good on Handmaid's Tale. She's such a phenomenal actress, and she was in both of them because Mrs. Garrett was on Facts of Life and Different Strokes, so she had double duty.
So was Tootie. Kim Fields.
Yeah.
Still got it.
She was good. She
I'm
was
sure
good.
they planned it
My
that way.
first Ebony crush, baby.
Kevin Hart jumping into the arms of Lithgow was funny too, and he had to carry him for a little while.
Yeah, Tootie, man. Got that booty. Tootie got some. Woo. Tootie. She had those braces and everything. I was all about it.
What you think, bro? Give me your
So-
rundown, and then I'll give you my take.
First off, Blair comes out and she starts singing the theme song. It started off with Facts of Life. It was an hour special, live in front of a live studio audience, bringing back these shows. And actually, Blair and Natalie and Tootie come out, and they're like, "Yeah, welcome to the show." And it's like, "Oh man, Natalie looks weird." Spot your ex-girlfriend, Mindy Cohn. What'd she do?
She looks like a robot. She looks like a weird, like almost like a sea serpent.
But where's Joe? I was thinking Rich is all about Joe. Where's Joe? What's her name? Something McKeon? He's like Nancy?
Nancy
McKeon? Joe, where's Joe? The tomboy. She wasn't there. Blair starts singing the theme song.
Blair looks
and you're
fantastic.
like, Blair looks the same.
If you could play the beginning spot where she's singing the theme.
No, you really got to credit this. I don't care what work she had done.
I'll risk it.
I don't care.
told Sarah. I
she
said,
looked
Sarah.
so good. I was blown away.
I said, Sarah, look at this woman. She played the hot girl 40 years ago.
You got to see Blair.
Right?
Jimmy Kimmel
Blair
hosted.
looks exactly the same to me.
Dude.
She looks
Lisa
the
Welchel.
same to me.
And then you go even close up and you're like, yeah, she looks a little chubbier, but she was sort of chubby then.
Dude, this is 30 to 40 years later.
It's amazing.
Unbelievable
It was
how
my
good she
first,
looks.
my first observation was like, I'm like,
is that an imposter?
I'm rubbing my eyes. I'm like, what the fuck?
Should they do some type of CGI shit?
And then I'm like, did she sing the original theme song? Yeah, I think she did.
Did she?
Yeah, I think she did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It takes a lot to get it right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
When you're learning the facts of life.
What the fuck?
There's
Mindy
Natalie.
Cohn.
Natalie's got the Dutch boy haircut. Hey, slow down with your Prince Valiant. Did she go to the hairdresser and say, give me the Prince Valiant?
Yeah, but you know what the sad truth is, Covino? You got
Where's
to give her
Joe?
credit for showing up. That's what someone her age is supposed to look like. You're
I
not
give her
supposed
all
to.
the credit in the world. I really do.
Look at those
I
dumpies.
loved seeing them because they're a weird level
Right.
of famous, too. Think about that. Millions of people tuned in, right? And yeah, they were TV stars, but the biggest stars in the world today, anyone you could think of, grew up watching that shit. So they have this crazy level of fame. They might not have the money of a movie star today or a superstar celebrity, but everyone under the moon that we admire all watch that shit. So it's kind of wild. So my first observation was Blair looks fantastic. Kim Fields, she looks great, but brown don't frown. We know that. Black don't crack. I'm not surprised. I saw her in Cobra Kai. I know Kim Fields looks good. I do my every once in a while Kim Fields update because, again, she lives right here in the heart. So that was my first observation. And then I realized that just because they're superstars doesn't make it better. They were better.
Well, you're recreating a show.
You're going to tell me Jon Stewart, who made the guest cameo in that original episode?
Yeah.
I mean, Jon Stewart comes out. Was he really that great? Were they all that funny? Just because they're like ultra famous?
See, your observation is jaded and
it's not
different
jaded.
than
This
mine.
is my opinion.
My observation was different. My observation was these shows had such a fun impact in the 80s that the who's who of Hollywood wanted to be part of this.
I said that. Like they admire them.
No, you just said they watched those shows growing up. I'm saying the fact that they didn't just watch it.
They wanted
They
to
do
be
a
part of it.
recreation,
But
and
I
they
didn't
do a
think they were
recreation.
better.
And Jason Bateman and Jennifer Aniston and Ann Dowd and Jon Stewart and Will Arnett and it's all the heavy hitters come out for this, and
That's not nice. You're talking about the one that played Natalie?
they were. I thought it was great.
I don't remember her name.
And I think that when I watched the original episode, because I did go back, Jon Stewart played like he had like a mouth guard on and like braces.
My
The
point is
original person was
just because it was Jon Stewart, did it make it better though? That's my point. No.
the original person was not with braces and everything. They were just ugly, but I guess they couldn't, like, they couldn't in 2021, like, be like, well, how do we recreate? Like, it was just like a pimply faced fucking loser.
So it's cool to see the heavy hitters there because, as I try to express, but not to Rich's liking, it meant a lot to them as well, right? So that's my first observation. And I also realized the show wasn't really that great. Facts of life.
Yeah, you said it meant a lot to them, but there's a difference between meaning a lot and
meaning
wanting
a
to
lot
actively.
to the point they're like involved.
Yeah, but
in it.
yeah, I'm saying to the point though that they went out of their way. Jennifer Aniston is a megastar. Jennifer Aniston. This is not a payday for her. This is Jennifer Aniston probably really wanting to do it. That's the point. Like, Jennifer Aniston does not need to do this. So the fact that
I felt that the most about Kevin Hart, to be honest. But Jennifer Aniston as
yeah,
well.
I mean, Kevin Hart got to say what you talk about Willis, which
I know.
probably just was a bucket list check, right?
Yeah. what I realized was I liked it. It's nostalgic.
The writing
Liked
stinks.
it.
The writing stinks.
The writing stinks. I liked it, but again, it's 80s writing, right? So I took all that into account, and I enjoyed it. Not dissing on it. But when Different Strokes started, I realized my level of excitement went up like 5 notches.
Sarah asked me if I was crying. I go, I'm not crying. I was tearing up a little bit when when Willis comes out.
Yeah.
What's his name? Todd Bridges. When Todd Bridges comes
How
out.
great was he?
When Todd Bridges comes out looking all handsome and healthy again, and he's like, ladies and gentlemen, this show meant a lot to me and a lot to you.
Oh, it was great.
Give it up for Boys to Men. What the fuck?
Please give a big warm welcome to Sean Stockman and Wanya Morris from 4-time Grammy Award-winning supergroup Boys to Men.
Yo, I teared up a little bit. Sarah's like, you crying? I'm like, no. I was just like, my childhood.
By the way, I meant probably the world to Boys to Men to do this too.
Yeah.
Especially every little black kid was watching this shit.
This is Garrett.
Jason Brown's gonna say no just to disagree with me.
Yeah.
Of course.
I didn't watch that shit. Fuck Mr. Drummond.
Fuck him. White privilege?
Yeah. My dad said fuck Phil Drummond, so I didn't watch that shit.
They did a good job recreating the set.
Yo, bro, it's so good.
Okay, so this kicks in. I'm a Boys to Men fan.
Right down to the fern.
I'm with Rich. I was real excited to see Todd Bridges healthy. He had drug issues. Then it dawned on me that everyone.
Not a lot.
So what?
Yours and I'll have mine.
I don't know how you started crying though, because I loved this show.
I mean,
and I didn't cry.
Crying in the sense of like,
I
I was just a little
love this
teary-eyed because I'm like, yo, this is our childhood, and it's not even like a little while ago. It's like a lifetime ago. Like,
okay. So it hit you in that way.
Yeah, it hit me in a, like Sarah's like,
I thought the
you know what I
was a
realized?
myth.
No,
you could ask my mom. She would be like, she'd come running in and be like, what are you laughing at? And it would be fucking Gary Coleman. He was the first person to ever, hit me here, hit me, made me laugh. I'd be laughing my ass off at everything Arnold Jackson did, Gary Coleman. I thought that was the funniest show, so I was amped up for this. And I got to tell you, Todd Bridges is the only one alive.
Yeah.
Did you even think about that?
That's sad.
Dana Plato died.
Mr. Drummond.
There's no way fucking Philip Drummond's around.
No.
Mrs. Garrett's gone.
Yeah.
And
Gary Coleman died.
Yeah, Gary Coleman.
What
Arnold.
about,
Fuck Sam. No one cared about
what
Sam.
about Mr. D?
A little redheaded freak.
Mr. D.
Rich should have played Sam.
What about Dudley?
Woo! So,
Is Dudley still around?
No, but Snoop Dogg played Willis's best
Vern.
bud, Vern.
yeah, that shit was funny.
And he comes walking in the room, and you're like, oh, fuck, Snoop Dogg. You know what it was, too?
He did a good job.
I'm guessing you did not watch this with Jordan.
No.
I watched
She was
with
watching
Sarah.
like Survivor or something.
I watched with Sarah, and I could tell that just that 5-year difference between my wife and I, that's very impactful. You know how a lot of times there's early 80s stuff that I don't get that you get because you're a little older than me? When this was in its prime, like Different Strokes.
It's not even that, though, sometimes. I'm saying this, honestly, just to make things correct. You think I watched, like, F Troop and stupid shit like that? You think I watched? I didn't. My parents did. Or my aunts and uncles did. And I didn't have control of changing the channels back then.
Agreed.
So, there's a lot of shit that is way older than me that I knew. I'm trying to explain.
Yeah.
So, it's not just 80s shit, whatever. Like, I know a lot of older shit because I, absorbed it through older people in my life. It's not because I'm making it clear that it's not that I'm that old. It's just what I was exposed to, you know?
I think if you date someone a little different in age than you, certain things just don't hit the same way. Like Sarah knows this show, but Sarah doesn't know Different Strokes. She wasn't watching that after school.
Definitely not.
So
I love
when
Different Strokes.
Boys to Men come out and start singing, I did get like...
You got your teary on, like that little guy from Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I got emotional because, like I said, it's like, wow, our life is in fucking fast forward mode. And these shows that meant so much to us aren't even like...
Not for Blair.
They're not
I don't
even
know what
like,
she figured out.
They're not even recently. They're like way in the distant past now.
Blair is still in the past. She stood the same somehow.
But Spot, if you want to look it up, I don't know if it's worth doing, but it's sort of interesting. If you just watch the first, like, let's say 30 seconds, watch the first 30 seconds
Of Kevin Hart?
Yeah, and then
please.
watch the original.
Yeah,
look
if
up
you can.
Yeah,
I am here to say...
easy Googles because I'm
not
sure
the
everyone's been
biggest
doing
Kevin Hart fan. I love Kevin Hart, but I'm not the biggest fan. The fact that he did this and was committed to it and embraced the role of Arnold Jackson, the little guy, and owned it and made it funny. I love Kevin Hart that much more for doing this. I really feel he was above it, but it probably meant a lot to him. And it was probably fun to share the stage with Lithgow and Damon Wayans.
And by the way, is there a better Mr. Drummond than Lithgow?
Oh, it was great.
He's great.
I got to tell you, here's my only observation really was it's amazing to me how much more Different Strokes meant to me than Facts of Life. Even though I liked Facts of Life and I probably saw every fucking episode, the Different Strokes live show was so much better. It was so much more funny, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I don't know if you guys watch it, but it's available on Hulu now. And it does take you back, and it makes you think a million things. So on a Throwback Thursday, I did want to, just highlight some of that stuff and how much it meant to us because we didn't have that many options. We just didn't.
I think it just proves the point that when these type of things are reimagined or redone or they're brought back, you then really internally realize what meant the most to you. Because you're right, I put all these shows in the same category, but you know what I'd be most excited about? Different Strokes, probably Who's the Boss, probably, there's certain ones where you realize, maybe I love that one more than the others. Because when I watched Different Strokes, I had the same exact feeling. Because Facts of Life, I was like, Sarah,
this is
awesome.
Yeah, I liked it.
Like Jennifer Aniston's Blair, and I was all, and then when the Different Strokes one started, I perked up in my chair a little more.
Yeah, me too. So that was really my biggest observation. But it's also odd, too, that they blatantly, well, it's not blatant, but they sort of backhandedly admit that the original cast isn't that famous no more. So we're going to have much more famous people play them because that's why you care. Because they could have easily played their old characters. Some of the characters that were playing their characters
point of being reimagined.
were older than them. Yeah, I get it. But, Joe could have played Joe.
Yeah, but it's like the same thing as, remember when they did that table
Maybe
read
that's why
of,
she didn't show.
Maybe they did the
Maybe
table
they
read
told
of
Joe
Fast
she needed a
Times.
Vax card, and she's like, nah, fuck that. Maybe she was like, nah.
Spot, do you have the clip?
So I was able to line up the clip when he's in the bedroom.
Yeah, and it says Arnold. If you search
good.
Google, if you search YouTube, I think it's like Arnold annoys Willis. Is
I think I found the side.
So just play a couple seconds just to see the comparison of what Arnold did in 1980 something and what Kevin Hart reimagined last night.
Before you play it, Spot, I do want to say one more thing, and I'll make it quick. Rich is getting aggravated. It does make you think how fucking uber talented these young people were. It really does. Because here you have guys like Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart and all these people delivering their lines. Meanwhile, these little kids were better and funnier at it.
Well, they're also we're watching grown-ups try to do it. And you know what? Someone brought up a good point. If they did a little later, because they've done a lot of the early ones, All in the Family.
What if they did like Friends and Seinfeld?
No, I agree. If they did Who's the Boss and let's say Growing Pains together, like go a little more mid to late 80s, because right now they've covered All in the Family. They did what was the other one?
Well, these were all Norman Lear shows.
Dynamite. What's that one?
Good Times.
Good Times. Yeah, they did Good Times, All in the Family. Now they did Facts of Life and Different Strokes. If they really ventured a little more into the late 80s, I think you got another home run on your hands.
I mean, who's to say they won't? I think they will. And Alex Berman, I said most of them are dead, so they obviously couldn't do their old school roles. Facts of Life, they're all mostly still alive. So go ahead, Spot. Let's see it.
So this is the original of Arnold.
I love this show.
The original. Gary Coleman.
Hey, Arnold, Vernon and me got work to do. Go play somewhere else.
No, I want to play here. This is my room, too.
Get a load of super mouse.
That's Kevin Hart,
Watch
right?
it, Vernon. The last dude who talked to me like that, I laserized his nose.
Come on, Arnold, we ain't got time to play kid games with you. A salami sandwich and pretzels. Arnold, how many times have I told you not to put food in my drawer?
I had to. I ran out of room in mine. Want some pico tacos?
Arnold, I'm telling you for the last time, don't put food in my drawer. I don't like mustard on my socks.
Would you rather have mayonnaise?
All right, now play the Kevin Hart one. Charming little Gary Coleman.
Gary Coleman,
you
you
guys
still
about
got
to
it. Vernon's helping me with my class project. Vernon takes pictures for the school paper up in Harlem.
I wanted you to do the same
that's
scene.
Right. And a picture
I'm
from
sorry,
Vernon.
I thought this was the same scene.
Oh.
I saw a bedroom.
It's all
Couldn't
good.
watch it. I can't listen to
It's actually the beginning.
It's the beginning of that scene.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's the start of the scene.
Okay. Well, this is where the clip that's available on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, but you could get that idea.
So that's, Snoop Dogg plays his friend, and But Kevin Hart really fucking brought it.
Well, I've seen those pictures, Vernon, and the first word that comes to mind is blurry.
Arnold, take your little A out of here.
Hey, Vernon and Willis, I told you, this is my room, too.
See, that's the problem. I got no quiet, I got no privacy, I got nowhere to go to think my deep thoughts.
What you talking about, Willis?
That shit was great.
He should have upped his voice a little bit.
It was great, bro. I'm telling you. Kevin Hart brought it. Damon Wayans was really... You see Damon Wayans, he was running up the steps?
Yeah.
That shit was funny as hell. So Different Strokes was so much better than the Facts of Life one. I respect what they did for the Facts of Life. And Ann Dowd played a remarkable Mrs. Garrett,
and,
right?
I'm so glad that people are seeing
But
Ann
the Different
Dowd.
Strokes one was so much better. Yeah. The end.
Ann Dowd is so fantastic. She's like, you see her acting chops in Handmaid's Tale, and people that don't watch that, I know she's been in other stuff, but she's fantastic. Well, I mean, what else do you know Ann Dowd from, Spot? I feel like she's in other things.
I'll look up her.
But Ann Dowd
I
is
know
like,
her as Mrs. Garrett now.
Right?
But I mean, that wig was, and her voice that she put on and everything, she was a fantastic Mrs. Garrett.
She put that
Ann
quivery
Dowd.
voice on when she was getting emotional. That shit was great. Yeah, no, there was great parts to the Facts of Life thing, but it didn't entertain me nearly as much as the Different Strokes one.
Oh, agreed 100%. I'm with you.
And worth the watch.
Yeah.
Totally worth the watch, especially if you grew up on that. Again, it's on Hulu. Check it out. I never watched any of these other live performances. Now I'm inspired to, though. I liked Good Times growing up.
A bunch of random movies and TV shows.
Ann Dowd.
Like for, several years.
Yeah, I guess
a lot of Law and Order appearances.
It takes you a lot. Sometimes it takes the right few roles to really get people respecting you. And she's an old lady. She's fantastic.
Well, thanks. I got to read all the feedback. Hey, Spot, on a Throwback Thursday, no need to harp on this either because, Rich, I don't think this is
been
the
a lot.
few-year difference. What was she in that we might know?
You, I don't know. You, I can't tell.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's a lot of like random.
What you talking about, Spotty?
A lot of random
I
shit.
want to bring that back. What you talking about?
Yeah,
You should.
What you talking about?
Honestly,
I'm
you
gonna.
should.
I feel like I should, too,
No,
because
but
I
like,
loved it more
she's
than anybody.
Like she's
What
appeared
you talking
on every Law and Order. She was on that show Masters of Sex. Third Watch, which was a big show.
She's the most hateable person on earth in Handmaid's Tale. Like,
You know-
she's like one of the best villains of all time.
You know what made me sad, though, too? Like, the whole thing was nostalgic, but I felt good about it. What made me sad was, you know, I saw Todd Bridges there, and he looked great. And he's the only one alive, right, from Different Strokes. So I was like, oh, that's cool. And he even said at one point, he's like, you know, will you please stop asking me what I'm talking about? He's like, even I don't know. It's been 40 years that I don't know. Some shit like that. It was funny. But at the end, I looked up I forget what I wanted to find out, but I looked up Todd Bridges and I found a clip of him getting knocked out in recent history. Like Todd Bridges went to help a neighbor. Apparently he went to help a neighbor. We've probably talked about it, but I don't remember. And he goes and shows up and he's like, fuck you, Willis. Some guy knocks him out and he falls back so hard, man. Knocked out cold, hits his head on the pavement. It's the saddest shit.
I thought you were going to say he was in like some charity boxing event.
Did
or
he
something.
actually say
I
fuck
could
you,
see that,
Willis?
too. I don't know.
If he said fuck you, Willis.
Fuck what you talking about. Bang. And you see him get knocked out, like totally horrible footage. I'm like, oh man, I didn't want to see that. But I'm glad he's doing well
I
now.
don't think he said fuck you, Willis.
Either way. On a Throwback
See if he
Thursday.
says fuck you, Willis.
There's see, that's him with the hat. That's him with the hat. He goes there to help a neighbor, apparently. No, that's him. Watch.
Oh, fuck you, Willis. Yeah, he said it.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, it's fucked up, right?
Who's that? What is that woman doing?
Oh, poor
What's
Will.
my
Poor
grandma's
Willis,
there with
poor
a
Willis
spoon.
is Baldo Ronaldo. And when you're a black dude and you got the ring around your head, that means you're just not shaped up.
Look at me. He's just knocked out. Yeah.
Damn.
That ruined my happiness.
I didn't say you had to play it. So on a Throwback Thursday, I have something else that you're going to dismiss quickly, so don't worry. We have lots to get to. I get it.
Okay.
But someone tweeted me, Spot, and I sent it to you, and I'll read it to you. And it dawned on me that this is a great conversation to have with the denim jacket on. I should have worn my denim jacket today. I wore it yesterday. But on a Throwback Thursday, I just want to bring this up for the Steve Mussos and the Donnie Pompadous and the Eddie Your DJs out there, the Jerry Orlandos.
And Don?
The old school cats. This guy Scott K hit me up. He goes, Covino, speaking of roasted wabbit, we're going to have roast wabbit. I don't know why. I guess I was talking about it.
When?
Isn't it disturbing so many people used to carry around a lucky severed rabbit's foot on their key ring. Whoever made sure they were rabbits anyway? Maybe they were kittens. How do we not know they were kittens' paws? And I responded, I often think about that. But apparently it was good luck.
You ever have a rabbit's foot?
So I
think we all did. I mean, it's somewhere in your childhood house you had a rabbit's foot.
So many, bro. I had them dangling. I had dangling off my ear like Mr. T.
Always assumed they were fake.
No, what do you mean? They had nails in them. They had their nails in
mine.
them.
Yeah, I remember I didn't have it as many as you, but I remember having one.
I
And it
had
had
them
the
all
little
the time.
and it came on the little chain, like the little you know the little chain that you could. You have to put the little ball in to
100%.
connect. Like, yeah, it's the typical old school keychain from the 80s. A rabbit's foot. They were dyed different colors.
Think about that from today's world's perspective.
You're just carrying a rabbit's severed foot.
They severed a rabbit's foot that you're carrying in your pocket. Like, you'd be the poster child of, like, don't be like this guy for PETA. Like, look at this guy. You'd be all over social media. He carries a severed rabbit's foot.
It's good luck.
Back then, we all did. And we're like, yeah, fuck, it's good luck. I don't give a fuck about that rabbit. I got good luck now. It's amazing when you think about it from today's perspective. And you're like, yeah, I got like fucking 10 of them. I got a green one, red one, blue one, purple one. My sister, I got her an orange one.
They were dyed different colors, and you're right. You knew they were real in some capacity because they had nails.
Well, here's the myth behind the rabbit's foot. So, the Celts, right? The Celts thought the whole rabbit used to be lucky. So this dates back to 600 BC. However, the origin of the luck of the rabbit's foot has to do with African American folk spirituality.
Oh, so now we're culturally
hoodoo, not
appropriating.
Not hoodoo, not voodoo, hoodoo. And because of the rabbit's reproductive habits, it's associated with fertility. But there are caveats to how you obtain the rabbit's foot. It has to be the left hind foot, so it can only be one of the feet. It needs to be captured or killed in a cemetery.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody followed protocol.
And the rabbit's foot needs to be cut off on a specific day, usually a Friday. So let's do it tomorrow on Free Twitch Friday. But with variations such as the weather, date, etc. So there you go.
Hey, what do you say we all make a new rabbit foot company? Like, I haven't seen them in a while. I have so many bunnies on the side of the house. We can be like,
Shop will be there's going to be a lot
grand
of
opening, grand closing.
A lot of 3-footed rabbits running around Woodland Hills.
Oh my god!
You have no idea. I used to dangle them from my belt loop.
Is there a cemetery?
I had
around
them
here?
on my keychains.
Imagine that. Imagine Emmy, who sees the little bunnies running around our yard every day. Like, oh yeah, Dad, what's that on your keychain? Well, Emmy.
And by the way, you want to know?
It's a dead foot of a rabbit.
You want to get the true reaction? I brought this up to Melody. Melody, you know when I was your age, I used to carry a lucky rabbit's foot.
By the way,
she's like, "What are you talking about?"
These days,
I'm like, "Yeah, rabbit's foot in my pocket."
I doubt it. These days, most of the so-called
What do you doubt?
These days, most of the so-called rabbit's feet are actually imposters made from latex covered in dyed fake fur.
Bro, mine in the 80s that I would get at these rock and roll shops.
Rock and roll shops?
I don't know. Like, I would definitely get them at the boardwalk, Seaside Heights. What are you shaking your head at?
Yeah.
What is he shaking his head at?
Fucking One-Eyed Frank at the boardwalk was really handing out free real rabbit's feet.
You think I'm lying about what? They would have
One-Eyed
nails
Frank
in them. Can somebody strangle this guy right now? Is he serious? You think I'm making that up? Why the fuck would I make that up? They weren't fake rabbit's feet. They were dyed a certain color. Can you please look at this guy? Can you please just look at him? And
there was one hot trend in the early 80s that made it to belt loops, purse zippers, keychains everywhere. Both boys and girls enjoyed them. The rabbit's foot.
They were real rabbit's feet. The nails were in them. But like the tweet said, like, how do we know they were rabbits? Could have been a kitten. Yeah, like, honestly, I have
in
no
many
idea.
cases, the rabbit's foot is dried out and preserved after it's been cut off and put on a keychain and dyed a variety of colors.
Yeah, so that's exactly what was going on in the 80s. I was a kid. Remember, I was a teenager in the 80s.
People are saying the 80s ones were all fake.
Mine were not fake, dude. I can guarantee and promise you that. They had the fucking
Did yours look
paw
like
nails?
Did yours
the
look
claws.
like this? Is this what yours
Yes,
look like?
they had the claws with the fur on it.
That's what yours look like.
Did not look like
with
that.
the fur on
No,
it.
that's what yours look like.
With the fur. I kind of
With the
hope mine was
fur.
fake. Now I'm with Lisa.
Mine
Kinda
was
looking
not.
back.
Mine were not fake.
I kinda
Sorry,
hope-
guys.
I hope they were fake.
They were not. Maybe my grandma gave me mine. I don't know. They were. It was real from Mexico. I don't know what to tell you. My
Spot.
grandma probably fucking ate a roasted rabbit and kept the foot.
Spot,
My
give me
shit
the-
was real.
Spot, give me the one shot instead of just sending it to you. Did yours look like that? They were like
Yes.
on a keychain like that, right? Like
Yeah, that's shit
Yeah,
ain't real.
different colors.
yeah, different.
Mine were real, bro.
There's a
It
whole-
had
there's-
nails in them.
There are multiple
fingernails,
bro.
There are multiple.
Prove it. I remember having them. How do you want me to prove it to you? I'm telling you the truth.
I remember
So when
having a lightsaber from Star Wars. I remember it.
Yeah, did you shove it up your ass? Because I would definitely
I
fucking
remember
do that
it though. I used to swing it around. I used to like put holes in my wall and shit. I remember it.
Okay. So anyway,
It was real.
when you bring that up to a child today, from their perspective, you appear like the most barbaric, like archaic caveman. Like, yeah, a foot. And Melody's looking at me like, for good luck? Like, but what about the rabbit? Like, we didn't give a fuck about the rabbit. We just cared about our good luck. You see what I'm saying? That had every color. Really, Dad? Really? That's weird. Like, yeah, it is kind of weird.
If you look on a bunch of Reddit threads, people have been debating this. Like, there's a lot of Reddit threads that are like, who had a rabbit's foot in the 80s? What were we thinking? Were they real? And most of the comments and everything were, yes, they're mummified, like almost like dried out rabbit foot.
Mine were real, bro. I'm sure I had fake ones along the way, but my shit was real. I remember that.
If it had the nails, is that the indication that you think it was real? Because I remember them having nails.
Had the nails. It was a real fucking foot in my pocket.
Spot, you don't believe it, huh?
I do, Rich.
No, but I'm being said, you don't believe him?
No, I don't.
You don't
Okay.
think you think his rabbit's
He's
feet-
reacting like Melody.
I think I know. I believe in a rabbit's foot.
Yeah.
I don't believe that your rabbit's foot was real though.
Okay. I mean, why would I lie about it? It's a weird fucking thing to
I just
stick
think
to.
you're remembering incorrectly.
Oh, you could think that all day.
I can.
And doesn't make it right.
It doesn't.
I know what I remember.
I know.
You know, so whatever. I had a lucky Sasquatch foot. I had to carry it in my backpack. That was definitely fake though, Kenneth.
No,
I would imagine.
He
I would imagine.
remembers it though.
I would imagine. All right. Well, anyway, that was good luck. I think I know how the conversation came up with Melody too. I was listening to No Leaf Clover by Metallica. No Leaf Clover. I said, Melody, you know what a no leaf clover is?
You're like a seat warmer at the
You know what she said?
Academy Awards.
I was like, what's a no leaf clover, Melody?
Gross.
She goes, a stem? I was like, correct, but wrong. I said, a no leaf clover.
Did you tell her the Chad Kruger joke?
And I said, well, what's a 4-leaf clover? She goes, that's good luck. I said, oh, so what's a no leaf clover? Oh, bad luck. I said, yep, that's what they're singing about in this song.
Smart.
By the way, you know what Dad used to have for good luck when he was your age? What? Well, I had a 4-leaf clover because my grandma had them. She would collect them.
Oh, here we go.
But Dad used to have a lucky rabbit's foot.
I think your mom's calling to yell at me and say that your rabbit's foot was real.
My mother had them from the 1950s, and back then my brothers used to rock them, and those things were real.
So you had your grandmother's.
Yeah, but maybe I had fucking theirs. I was like,
Steven had the real rabbit's foot, and then the other ones were so real because my brother actually worked in a chicken market where they would kill the rabbits and they would make them there. A lot of people had those back then, especially in the 50s, and my mother didn't throw anything away, so she would give everything to Steven.
So yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. I would inherit a lot of old shit from my uncles and whatever. My grandma would, you know how grandma sneak you like a.
I apologize.
Come here, Steven. And they give you something. It's usually like a piece of candy or gum or like a quarter from like 1905.
Was wrong.
She would give me shit. I would have those things.
You know what? The more I think about it,
I apologize.
When you asked me if you said, where do you think you got your rabbit's
Definitely
foot?
like Boardwalk and like I said, Army and Navies, things like
But
that.
you didn't get yours from the boardwalk. You got it from your grandmother.
I would
That's
definitely
a different
buy them.
story.
I'm sure my grandma gave me one, but
If
I
you
would
said-
buy them.
If you had said from the get-go, my grandmother gave me a rabbit's foot, you know what I'd say? That shit's real. But you said you got it from the boardwalk. That shit not real.
Well, that one might not be real, but I had real ones. 100%.
You're twisting your words.
We were barbarian.
Rich.
No, I'm not. I told you I had them. I had them. Who cares where I got them? I had them. They were real. And it's just weird how our mindsets are so different now. And you don't realize it until, like I said, until you see through the lens of a younger person.
I have a question.
Wow. Rabbit's foot? Cool.
Now, where did you acquire your moose knuckle? Because that's impressive.
Got that from my dad, not my grandma. So, yeah, liquor stores, Michael, they were everywhere, and those were probably fake. But again, look, I'm a little older too, so I don't know when they started mass producing the fake ones. I'm sure I had some fake ones, but I definitely had real ones. I remember. Anyway, on a Throwback Thursday, I just wanted to bring up how different our mindsets are and how there's still a part of me that wants one for old time's sake. I'll take a fake one. The red one, though. I want the red one. Or the blue one was cool, too. Yeah. So anyway, just reminiscing a little bit, like the Little River Band. I saved that tweet just to share this fucking moment with you guys. Now I can delete it from my phone. Thank God. Move on. Rabbit's foot. I didn't know Spot was going to be so contrarian-like to my story. Thanks, Mom, for having my back.
Real rabbit's feet from Claire's. Totally real. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know. My first instinct was when you ask where did you get the rabbit's foot, there is a good chance like it was at grandma's house, which makes you wonder like, yo, is there something that was sitting around since like the 30s or 40s? And if so, it probably was a real rabbit's foot. Because I don't remember ever having a fresh rabbit's foot, if that makes sense. I feel like the little metal, how do you do keychain part of it was always like rusty and old, which makes me think it's probably my mom's when she was a kid or my grandparents, which means
good luck. Why would they throw it away?
Yeah, exactly. So like I don't remember ever having a fresh rabbit's foot. Like,
I definitely did.
Like in my mind, I'm like every rabbit's foot that I can think of, like visualizing it.
I had them in all colors,
It was rusty and old.
I was all about them. Like I said, I wanted to be like Mr. T or some shit. So I had all kinds of shit like that. I loved it.
They were real.
Mike Durban knows what I'm talking about. Mike Durban. So anyway, no need to harp on it. It's just I was just trying to think about the different mindsets from yesteryear on a Throwback Thursday to today. If a kid showed up, imagine if a kid in Melody's class showed up with a rabbit's foot and he tried convincing the class that it was good luck. They would think
suspend them.
No, yeah,
he would be like the outcast. Like you'd be like,
yeah,
like, oh,
he's the worst kid ever. And Dad, he had a severed rabbit's foot. Wait, so you're not friends with him anymore?
was bad.
No, he's bad. That's what you'd get.
All right. Well, I wanted to show you something because I think you know how sometimes it's a little difficult to wake up in the morning. You're tired.
That's every morning.
I think I found a new way that you can have an alarm in your bedroom. Spot, I sent you a clip. I think I found what could be your new morning alarm. I know a lot of people use their phone or a song wakes them up or something, but I have a better way for Steve Covino to wake up in the morning. Take a look at this. This might be the new way for you. They put an enhanced microphone on some guy's ass.
Yeah.
And he farts and wakes himself up.
That one seems real, but I think it's fake.
I think it looks real based on his reaction. Like he genuinely like
that shit is funny.
No, it's
Either way, that one's funny. It's better than those other fucking ones that you know are blatantly fake.
And
yeah,
I could never tell.
And a little palate cleanser. You know how nowadays it's very people identify in different ways. Like, and you have to adjust and understand that
I'm a toaster.
The younger generation will identify differently. What did you say your daughter said she was?
With what?
And you were like happy about it. She's like,
You still don't remember?
I don't know.
She's cisgender.
Cisgender.
Everyone pretends like they fucking knew that. So I assumed, like, how do you not know that?
That means
I didn't know it.
She's a girl that identifies as a girl that likes boys.
Yeah.
No, it has nothing to do with sexuality. It has to do with gender. There's a difference.
All right, so she's cisgender.
So she's a girl who identifies as a girl.
That's what it means.
Okay, so your daughter's cisgender.
Yeah.
I saw a clip about how different people identify, and I thought it would be very helpful for us.
You know what I told her? I said, hold on to this rabbit's foot.
Yeah. I said in 2021, this would be helpful for anyone that's trying to navigate like nieces and nephews and younger people in their lives. Spot, here, play this. I thought this was interesting.
Identify as skinny. Bitch, I'm translator. I need Now, I may look white, but I identify as a chicken strip. Whoop. Bitch, I'm a trans Tinder.
Now, I might be a dude, but I identify as a kitchen appliance.
Bitch, I'm trans blender.
So,
But I identify as skinny. Bitch, I'm trans slender.
so you can identify any way you want. I'm trans blender.
That's funny. I've seen that. I like that.
Some funny clips on
It's interesting.
the old TikTok. Now, Spot, I wanted you to find this clip. I know this morning we're all scrambling around. A very easy search. It's the first thing that comes up on YouTube when you search this. It's a question for everybody. Now, I ask you this. Spot, look it up in the meantime. Look up Curb Your Enthusiasm 57 Chevy. It's like a couple-minute clip. It's right there. You can't miss it. When you have a kid, people,
I got one.
People do what? They congratulate you. Hey, yo, you had a kid? Yo, congratulations to you and your wife. You know, hope everyone's happy and healthy.
Thanks.
Right? Yeah. Hey, you.
Yeah, but sometimes you see that kid and it looks like a little gremlin. Like, ooh. Oh, yeah, beautiful kid. And then other times, like I saw one of my buddies had a kid recently. Shout out to my buddy Dave.
Yeah.
Beautiful kid. I was like, wow. Doesn't even look like a gremlin. Like,
Cute
sometimes
kid.
it's just natural swelling.
Yeah, someone,
you know what I mean?
someone has some kids are just cuter than others.
I was like, yeah.
Just what it is.
Wow.
So
really cute. And I mean it. I actually mean it.
You have a kid. People do what? They congratulate you and your wife or husband, right? Hey, congratulations. You get a new job. Covino. You're doing the Fox radio thing now. Bro, congrats.
Thanks.
Hey, Rich, you and Sarah, saw that you bought a house in Los Angeles. Yo, congratulations to you two. Hey, congrats. Now, there's something that people do in their life. Hey, bro, you got married? Yo,
No.
congratulations.
What's up? I did once, didn't work out.
Congratulations, you got married. There's something in life that I feel like needs no congratulations. And it was on I've been watching some older Curb Your Enthusiasms just because they're fucking great. I want you to watch this clip and tell me if you agree. I feel like this thing in life does not require congratulations, but it's a funny Curb Your Enthusiasm moment from 20 years ago, season 1, I believe. Spot hit it. The 57 Chevy episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Actually, go back. Is there another
Now
one,
you know what
Spot?
I'm talking
Actually, go forward a little bit in the clip. They're in an office.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Yeah, they're in an office.
All right, I thought you wanted the actual.
Yeah.
Chevy.
It says the 57 Chevy on YouTube. It's all good, buddy.
Well, I could tie this into something topical.
I'll tell you,
unless
this
that's what
version
your
of
plan.
the clip is just doesn't look as good.
Because Kyle Rittenhouse is doing a lot of podcast tours.
Yeah.
And a lot of these hosts are like, congratulating him on certain things.
Congratulations.
Mostly on like losing his virginity and things like that. But he's like, yeah, I don't need congratulations. Like, I wish none of this shit would have happened, to be honest. It's not something you congratulate somebody for.
Yeah,
or like a divorce. A lot of times people congratulate someone on a divorce.
Oh, congrats.
And although there is something happy and relieving about it, it's like, oh, man. Yeah, I'm happy to be out of that, but it was nothing that I want to be congratulated for. It was miserable.
You got a spot? Here, play it. Yeah, perfect.
Swanson's turkey dinner, and I could care less.
The potatoes are great in Swanson's turkey dinner.
I used to like the fried chicken one.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah, wasn't that good?
Man.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here.
Larry, I need to talk to you about something very serious.
Really?
Yep.
What is it? Did I do something?
Yes, you did.
What? What did I do?
You never congratulated me on my new car.
What are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. I was
I never
pretty hurt by
congratulated you
it.
on your new car.
I was hurt by it.
You walked all the way over from your desk to sit here to tell me that?
Yeah, I didn't know how I was going to tell you, and I just did it that way. I apologize, but I'm
It's
just...
not like having a kid.
Makes
I
you
didn't
feel
know
bad.
that congratulations were in order when you get a new car.
were.
I really
They
didn't
were.
know that.
They were.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't congratulate you on your car.
Thank you for saying
Congratulations. I'm sorry.
Let's take a drive.
What, now?
Now! It'll make you feel great. It's fun. You'll feel good driving it.
Me
You
drive
can
it?
stop it.
Right now, I want you to drive
Do you
it.
think someone getting a new car is a congratulations moment? I'm with
100%.
Larry. I don't think so at all. I
Then
think
you're out of your mind.
Buying a house is your life savings.
You don't
Having
have
a
to- you
kid,
don't have to go
you're
out of your
bringing
way.
a child into the world. A wedding.
My sister
you're
just
marrying,
got a new car. Congratulate her.
You're marrying your soulmate.
My sister got a new car 2 days ago. I'll show you the congrats I sent her.
What'd you get?
Congrats. Good luck on the. You wished him congrats and you sent him a rabbit's foot. You wished him good luck.
You send him a rabbit's foot.
You wished
Yeah.
him good luck
Okay.
with the new car. And if you are in the car, you're supposed to leave a little change in there on the floor by the seat. On the floor.
All right, what about this? Does it depend on the car? Meaning if someone gets their dream car, like when Narzan, speaking of which, he's here. When Narzan was like, I worked my whole life in the oil patch as a fucking tycoon, and what did you buy, a Corvette? What did you have?
No, he sold his Corvette.
No, but you had he bought like a fucking sports car that was way more pricey than any car we have. So
That's a
that
man
might
right there.
require a little like, hey, dude, you work hard. Good for you.
Doesn't matter because it's all relative to the size of your steeple. Just because someone doesn't make as much, he doesn't make oil patch money, you can't congratulate him on his prized possession.
I'm saying a baby, a wedding, a house.
No.
Baby, wedding, house. I don't think a new car.
It's not even like, I get your stance, and I think what Larry David said was hilarious.
So you put $200, you put
But
$1,000
it's
down,
like-
and you're paying $200
It's like
a month.
tradition.
Congratulations!
You got a new car. Congrats. You know, hey, congrats.
And by the way,
Good luck with it.
someone said leave change. Yeah, you never knew that. Like you're supposed to put some, you're supposed to throw like spare change in someone's back seat.
I think more like good luck with the new car. You know, here's a St. Jude fucking thing, so you don't get in an accident. Here's a little St. Jude. How do you do?
Yeah, see, I agree. Mark is saying he's like depends on the car. Accord, no.
Is it St. Jude?
Lamborghini,
I'm sorry,
yes.
St. Christopher maybe. Is it St. Christopher or St.
Yeah.
Christopher? Here's a little saint. I hope it protects over you. Good luck. I think there's more of a good luck in order than a congrats, but I don't think there's any crime in congratulating someone on their new vehicle. That's something that you could have for the next 30 years or the next 3 years, depending on.
I think it's a nice gesture, and what I'm saying is, I would never put aside just general kindness. I would never say, well, be rude on purpose. All I'm saying is, I would never expect someone to say, congrats on a new car. Now, if I bought a new house, hey, congrats on the new house. That's expected. That's a nice gesture. Hey, you had a kid? You brought someone into the world. A car? You could have very well been like, no money down. You paid $500 for your inspection and this and that. And it's like, now I got $400 car payments. Congrats on not a big deal.
Read that right there. Just as this one right here.
Yeah.
Just read that.
Let's see. Hey, Mimi, maybe ask around to the other parents there. Congrats on the car. Hyundai? What? Yeah, she got the Tucson. Those are nice. Kick butt with it.
Kick butt with it.
Sounds are nice.
That was
still
2 days ago.
It's still a large purchase. It doesn't by no means does it deserve the same congrats as a child or a house, but it still deserves like a pat on the back.
No,
Hey,
no,
nice.
my point is,
I'd say that's a common courtesy.
my point is, don't be rude and not do it. I just think that Larry David clip made me laugh because, like Jeff in that clip, because he got a '57 Chevy. That's the
he made it like you're insulting me by not congratulating me. You know, that's a little overboard. But I think it's standard to say congrats to somebody if they got a new car.
Congrats on your financial burden. No, I just know what goes in.
There's a lot of people that are really stoked about their new car.
And I agree. And again, I would never not do it to be a dick. I'm just saying if you forgot it, I don't think it's like, yeah, they never congratulated me.
No, of course
like
not.
a kid, a house, a wedding, a new job. These are life-changing
I'm trying to
moments.
think where it ends. Where does the purchase end?
Bro, I just
because I think it might end at car.
4 things that are life-changing.
Yeah.
Big career move, getting married, having a baby, buying a house. Those are the big 4.
What if you won a new car and Price is Right?
Those are the big...
A new car!
Those are the big 4. Purchasing property, marriage,
What if
kids,
you won money?
job.
What if you won money? You congrats, man. That's
You want
awesome.
to fucking Powerball?
I'm saying, where
Yeah,
does the
I mean-
congrats end? On purchase, let's focus. New TV? Nah. That doesn't require a congrats.
Yeah,
A
if I go to
bike?
your house and you
What
got
about
a
motorcycle?
new fucking 80-inch on the wall,
I would say motorcycle.
I'll say, sweet.
Pogo stick, no. Motor scooter, no. Cyber quad, no. But if someone had it, look at my new bike, like Narzan got a new motorcycle. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't congratulate you, bro, but I might have. Though.
Congrats, bro.
Congrats. You got a Harley, right?
Oh, yeah, you did. You got a hog, bro.
Look at that camera. Look at the smile on his face.
Look at
He's
that
proud.
hog.
Look how proud he is. Look at him.
Look at that hog.
Congrats, man. He's got the hog.
By the way,
You know what it is? You know what this says to me?
I think it ends at motorcycle.
No, you're not a car guy, so you don't appreciate another man's car purchase.
Spot. Again, I don't want to sound.
No,
I don't want to
that's what
sound
it
like Carly Simon singing about me.
Carly,
because I'm not being vain. But here's the deal. EJ Reed nails it. He goes, I'll say something like.
Yeah, he does.
I'll say something like, nice
every time.
If you get a new car, you know what you say?
Congrats, bro.
Yeah, put it in this. Yeah, put it right here. It's Narzan in your little Nars cam.
Nars cam.
Nars cam. Show it on the Nars cam. The Nars cam focus is
congrats
better.
on that.
Look at that.
That's where the congrats may end, though, on your bike. Yeah, man. Look at the hog on that. Look at his hog.
I guess my point is that it's never bad to be polite, right? So I'm sure I've complimented and congratulated people on their car, but to me, order of congratulations: having a kid, getting married, buying a house, new job, and then like way below that is like new car. New house is the biggest investment you'll ever make. New car, new job could be a career, financial, family changer, and marriage and kid are the big ones. You know, I just think that getting a car, because I think about a car. You go get a car, it's like you go to the dealership, you're like, all right, that one, you do your little research you do, and then all of a sudden, after you do your research, you're like, all right, couple $1,000s down, what's my monthly payment? Is that really congrats worthy? Anyone could do that.
Did you guys congratulate me on my Mini?
Just because Larry David says it doesn't make it fucking right. Yeah, in my opinion, yes. He's not changing my mind. Neither are you.
Okay.
And I'm serious. Would I be butthurt if someone didn't? No.
All right, now,
but
I'm not going to lie.
Is it like a standard sort of not greeting? What is it? Standard. How do you do? Because I don't know what it's called.
How do you do
Standard response. A standard.
Yeah, a standard
courtesy. A standard.
Courtesy, yeah. Courtesy, yeah. Standard
courtesy.
A common courtesy would be congrats on the new car. I'm just saying congrats on the new car pales in comparison to congrats on the baby, congrats on the house, congrats on the marriage. I think it's like down here because, all those other things
but
are
no one's saying it
life-changing.
does. But
you got a Sentra? Congratulations.
But hold on. Even people that think a congrats is a requirement would never compare the congrats to a card at a fucking birth of a baby.
I know, but I'm saying, like, I see people posting on social media, like, and not to sound vain,
but for some
to sound vain, Spot, but if someone goes, honestly, if you posted,
but for some
I got the sweet new Tesla, then I'd say, hey, look at Spot doing good for himself. He treated himself. But if someone's like, look, I bought a pre-owned, Accord from 8 years ago. Stop it, Spot. It's true, though.
Still a congrats. And Andrew Hart is wrong. Andrew Hart says, is that a Sentra? Congratulations. Yeah, because that might be fucking dope for them.
Yeah, to some people getting that 97 Sentra, it's a big deal because that's what they can afford.
Yeah, I agree.
They scrounged up their paychecks.
I do agree.
To get that 97 Sentra, and they're going to put a spoiler on it, and it's going to look sweet.
Yeah, congrats, man.
You know what? I never said don't congrats.
They're going to drop
I'm just saying
it.
the congrats levels are so
They're going to
different.
add neon lights around the bottom. They're going to beef up the rims, and then it's going to be sweet. That 97 Sentra.
When someone graduates high school and you're at their high school graduation party, what do you say?
It's a gentle congrats. If you don't graduate high school,
you punch me in the arm. Congrats.
Who doesn't graduate? If you don't graduate high school, you're sort of a Nimrod.
So congratulate
So
them.
to me,
Standard.
it's like a congrats, but it's not a congrats like
good luck trying to find a balloon that doesn't say.
It's
congrats.
like giving someone you're a balloon head. Imagine it's like that's like I got the perfect analogy. We can move on. A car congratulations to a baby or house congratulations is the same as congratulating somebody for graduating high school versus med school. Like, when someone's like, I passed the bar. If you have a friend that passed the bar exam and they're a lawyer, that's hold on. Congrats, bro. That's not a, you graduated 12th grade? You're not a moron?
Remember that meme? Remember that meme I mentioned recently? We have to flip it here.
Yeah.
That meme where you said, just because other people are going through worse shit doesn't mean that your shit doesn't count.
Yeah.
Flip it around. Just because other people are doing doper things
that
than
high
you
school moment is a big moment
doesn't mean that your moment doesn't
Fiesta,
count.
No, you guys are wrong.
Yeah,
That's fucking rude. Paul,
I agree.
I like Paul a lot, but he's being a dick.
You know what? I agree.
Because that high school moment was special for them. It's not about your perspective. And, you're not a doctor. You're just being a Larry David douche at that point. That is special to them in that moment.
Yes, it is. And I'm happy about my small car that gets good gas mileage. And you know what? I have a video of Rich in a Chevy Spark. I'll show it to you.
Congrats, man. You're entering the next stage of your life. Going to college. Congrats. That's awesome.
It's all congratulations because you want to be a nice person. I'm just saying the levels of congrats are way different. I think we could all agree on that. The levels of congratulations. Like, when I say congratulations.
But he's at a different level of life.
There are no big congratulations and small congratulations. There are just congratulations. You can have degrees of congratulations.
I mean, buying a home versus buying a car, graduating law school versus graduating middle school. Like there's different levels of like, wow, that's impressive. Getting I bought a new Sonata versus I worked my ass off and guess what I treated myself to? A new Range Rover. Like this,
but that person's not at that stage yet.
Okay.
So whatever stage they're at is the dope stage to them.
Agreed, but I'm saying that's why there's levels of congratulations.
That person, not necessarily Rich. I'll take Rich out of it. Larry David's projecting. Yeah, I'm not impressed by that. I have a doper car. It's not about what you have. It's about where they are. And I'm the least empathetic guy going.
When I was in Texas, right? When I was in Texas.
Yeah.
My buddy Turner, he has a brother Drew. Total nice, total Texas dude.
Is he also a beefcake?
He's like my roughest, toughest friend I have. Like
not as tough as Ike Turner.
Oh, Turner's brother Drew is the type of guy, if there was a zombie apocalypse, you will want to be on this guy's team.
I put my money on Ike.
This guy was a fucking...
He might have a fucking shotgun. You know what Ike has?
The backhand.
That's fucked up.
That's
Spot.
fucked up, Spot.
I wasn't saying that. I just know he was a bad motherfucker.
He's the type of guy that, like, I hear these guys talk about the fights and altercations they got in, and I'm like, when was that? In high school? They're like, no, 2 weeks ago. I'm like, you're fucking having brawls as a grown man? Stop it. Yeah, some guy looked dirty at me. I'm like, you're a fucking maniac.
How do you work out these muscles? It's horrible.
Well, let's see. What did Pete say? Yeah, but congrats on a sports team you don't root for. Oh, you root for? Is that congrats? I always find that's the lowest form. That's right there with new car. That's there. The Yankees win the World Series. Yo, Covino, your Yanks won. Congrats. That's the same level as you got a new car. Same level.
I give him the fucking Hang 10 Cowabunga shotgun.
Yo, Narzan, Alabama won the other day. I know you're a fan. Yo, congrats, bro. Alabama. That's the same as getting a new car.
You know what?
It's not.
I want to congratulate Darren. His debit card wasn't declined getting gas.
Oh.
And you know what? In today's day and age,
Yo,
getting a full tank of gas, that is worth a congratulations.
Anyway,
affording that,
I bring
that's
up,
like a house.
I bring up
How
my
about when
buddy.
Billy passed the third grade and you fucking went to his party?
What a glorious day.
That's your favorite time.
Who said that? Was that because I wanted to give him credit?
Grade.
That shit made me laugh. Dustin Reichman, thank you.
The reason I bring up my buddy Turner and his brother Drew said, Rich, come with me. And I'm like, where are we going? And he goes, I got to show you my new ride. And he got a new truck, but with all the fixins. And, a new truck, way more expensive than a new car. You get a new truck, that could be like a good truck with all the fixins, like could be a 6-figure deal. That's like
equipped with the nuts.
I mean, look at all the add-ons, look at all this, look at everything I have in my truck. And he's like, take it for a ride down the block. And I was like, very Larry David, Jeff Garland. I was like, I don't want to ride. He's like, take it for a ride. I wrote it down the block and back. And I could tell that this was a
man's truck.
A man's truck. This is something that he did not like. This is a guy that he bought this with the idea of
He's got a Hemi.
Earn this because I could tell.
It's definitely got a Hemi.
That's not the same as, yes, it did have all the fixins.
It's definitely got a Hemi.
It had all the fixins to the point where I knew it required yo, Drew, my man, congrats, bro. I know you worked hard for this.
What sort of suspension does it have? Did he tell you about the suspension?
He probably didn't. I was like, you said it, brother.
What size tires?
He was
like,
tread.
I need to know the tread.
Everything he said, every time people talk about things I don't know, I don't tell them I don't know. I'm very complimentary.
Ask him if it's a gender neutral truck, just to fuck with him.
Whoa,
what do you mean gender neutral truck?
How does your truck identify?
Neutral right there, so I'm wondering.
How does it identify?
It ain't no woman's truck. It's a man's
Did
truck.
he give you the hitch grade? Like how many tons it could tow?
Yeah, and I said, that is one fucking hell of a hitch.
It's very important.
It's a man's truck. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
He's gonna be towing shit with that.
I'm
trailers.
Telling you,
I'm gonna let you drive. You gotta sit on my lap.
My stance is, it's the level of what you do, and you're saying you said it.
What's the name again?
Drew. You said it, Drew. And by the way, again, I'm not trying to sound like a dick because you'd be surprised. I'm the first person to congratulate anyone on anything because you want your friends and family to feel good about things that are good in their life. I'm just saying.
Good for you, man.
I'm just saying when I fucking give TSS Taylor a high five because him and Cheryl just welcomed another baby. That's a different congratulations than fucking Eddie or DJ, getting an Oldsmobile.
Need my gotcha.
Yeah, but that's a weird way to approach life. It's a great conversation. I'm not saying it's not. It's funny as hell. And I love Larry. I love the whole scene. I'm just saying it's a weird way, well, you know what? I mean it more, so I'm not going to say it. I only reserve my congratulatory feelings to fucking babies and houses. You know what I mean? It's a weird approach.
Larry David's also known for being like an asshole. That's why it's
it's hilarious.
I saw an episode where he turned around. He didn't go to a funeral because he hit traffic and he's like, yeah, fuck it. And he turned around.
That's great. Yeah, I love that.
And by the way, Jason said, hold on.
That's really funny.
Hold on. He let you drive his brand new truck. Oh, by the way, and someone at the funeral was like, where's Larry? And he's like, oh, I hit traffic. He turned around. I'm like, what do you mean he turned?
Sounds like my dad, to be honest. My dad's foot could be falling off, and he goes to the doctor. And if there's like too many people in the waiting room, they have the room to wait in. I ain't doing that. He leaves. It's fucking wild.
My mother
must be like an old guy.
My mother-in-law is infamous for...
You have less patience.
My mother-in-law is infamous for... Well, there was a 15-minute wait. Let's find somewhere else. I'm like, Cindy, by the time you keep going to all these places, you could have just fucking chilled at the original place. Yeah.
By the time you park.
Well, IHOP has a 20-minute wait. Well, let's go to Denny's across town. I'm like, by the time we fucking go to... Well, then we go there. Then we could go to the...
Old people don't like to wait.
We go to the Piggly Wiggly Biscuit Basket. I'm like, that's... Yeah. All right, let's see. People... Oh, Jason saying he's never let anyone drive his truck. I have a bond with my Texas people. I'm their... There's like a mutual...
I'd love to see you tell Mike in his fucking man truck that he needs to show proof of negative testing.
Well, he would certainly... I mean, after getting COVID and dealing with that here, he certainly would, I'm sure.
I ain't fucking going. Man. Let's hear about your Texas bond.
They get a kick out of me in Texas.
I'm sure I would. Hop along, Dickie.
They
must love you.
Every time I'm down there, everyone's like, everyone tries to do the hard push of like, yeah, why don't you move here? And I'm like, yeah, I realistically, it looks like the greatest move. But you do realize I have like a career. The one thing people forget is I have a career that...
Yeah, Donnie Pompadour doesn't get that.
Like people don't... That's the one thing I will say Texas people don't understand. My mother-in-law will always say things. I'm like, yo, Cindy, if I had the 100% choice of like, hey, where do you want to live and who do you want to be around? That's not the same question as what's best for your life and your family.
There's just more opportunity here, New York,
like,
things like that.
Yeah, maybe down the line.
Regardless of working from home and things like that.
You know, maybe at some point things are different, but...
Oh, yeah. If we had like 30,000 subscribers to our Patreon, you can live fucking anywhere you want.
Yeah. But when I'm trying to do Fox and Sirius XM and Covino and Rich on Patreon, I'm trying to do all these things, and we're trying to pursue other things that are mostly based in, you guessed it, places that do things like LA or New York. You don't think I'd love to live like a fucking king in the middle of nowhere?
Like Mr. Drummond.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that was...
I'd be the Mr. I would be the Mr. Drummond of New Braunfels, Texas. But you know what I would also have? A lazy day. I would do Patreon and then be like, oh, well, what now? And then I'd feel really dissatisfied with myself and my career. And then I'd go back to bonding over trucks. But yeah, no, it's Texas is great, man.
Did you feel like a real man after that?
I would. Real man.
Real man.
Rich came out of that truck. His beard got all thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. He spit into a, what do they call it, a spittoon?
Yeah.
Spittoon, yeah.
Bing. I have my Texas spittoon.
And then he said, we don't take, then another guy was walking down the street and Rich said, we don't take kindly to strange.
Bing.
Man truck.
Man truck.
All right, well, 57 Chevy. When do you compliment people? I thought it was interesting. The end. Tadup. Now, I want to recommend you not watch a movie, but I feel like I want to recommend you watch it because it's so bad.
No.
Okay.
It's so bad. You're doing the milk fucking routine on me.
Smell this?
Yeah. You just told me you smell like shit. Why do I want to smell it?
Yo. My fingers smell like asshole. Smell.
No thanks. You just told me it's the worst movie ever. Watch it. That's exactly what you said.
So living in LA makes you have more purpose? No, the job opportunities do.
More opportunities for what we do.
More opportunities for what we do.
If Rich was good at shoveling snow, he'd fucking move to Minnesota with you.
Yeah, if I owned a plowing company,
Yeah, makes sense.
yeah, for our industry. Like my mother will say things like, "What about like the Spurs?" I'm like, "Oh, so I'll just want me to just walk in and I'll be like the main dude at the Spurs. I'll be the Spurs color commentary guy." Not hard to understand. I agree, Michael E. So last night I watched a movie that's so bad. Smell this milk. It stinks, Covino. I only recommend it because it's so bad that I think you'd get a kick out of it. Just scrolling through the first 15 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Sarah and I were like, what do you want to watch? We were scrolling through all the classics. We're talking the Christmas Vacation, Scrooged, Elf, Love Actually, Home Alone, like all the classics, all the most fan favorite, loved or hate them, all the most popular ones. Like, what do we want to watch? Let's pop an edible. Let's have some fun. We decorated a little bit. Let's just sit back, chill, and really enjoy each other's company and watch a Christmas movie, get in the vibe and the mode, right? So I pop on Hulu to see, what's on Hulu? Because this is the time of year, where like Hulu, Amazon, everyone's streaming their handful of like little Christmas movies. Like, who has the rights to Home Alone? You go into all your providers to find out who has what.
And they all disappear. For some reason, they all lose their rights on November 30th, and they all switch around.
You got to pay like $2 to watch fucking Home Alone.
Like Love Actually is advertised to me
all year,
11 months out of the year. Then all of a sudden it disappears.
That's
By
weird.
the rights.
So there's a movie. Spot, double check the name of it because the image is so funny. If you probably see the movie poster, it's on Hulu. And Sarah's like, you know what I want to watch? I want to watch a really bad, like, Hallmark or made-for-TV, Netflix type of Christmas movie.
Just search Mario Lopez.
So she's like, I don't want to, she's like, I don't want to watch, like, a good one tonight. She's like, I don't want to, like, be like, let's watch, know what's a great one? Office Christmas Party. So underrated. That shit might be one of the funniest Christmas movies. Same like we always talk about Daddy's Home 2. Mm-hmm. Office Christmas Party with TJ Miller, Jennifer Aniston, Jason Bateman. That shit is classic. It's so fucking good. We're like, let's watch a bad one.
You know what is available on Hulu right now? A Very Brady Christmas.
Oh, is that when Mike gets caught in the rubble and they all sing?
Yeah.
Very emotional.
Is that when Mike Brady has a perm?
Yes.
I mean, Mike Brady always has a perm.
He didn't always have a perm. As the older episodes,
depending on what checkerboard intro, like their hair changes. So, long story short, thank you. On the front page of Hulu, there's a cheesy Christmas movie.
Why don't you just say short story long? And then then it makes sense.
Yeah, short story long.
Then you
short story long.
Then Spot can't say anything.
I know.
No, it's my thing. Short story long. Fuck you, Spot.
Fuck you, Spot.
No, and then you know what I say?
You can't say too late.
Nailed it.
See, he's always gonna be a fucking.
He was always an asshole. Oh, fuck, Spot's a dick.
Oh, he fucking the worst.
He
fucking Spot, get rid of him.
Spotty got me again.
He's like the Skeletor meme. Got you again.
Until next time.
Spotty got me again.
Damn you. And by the way, has anyone watched the new Home Alone? Has anyone watched the new Home Alone with like the new kid, like the 2021 Home Alone?
I don't like British people.
Home Alone, Alone Again, or some shit.
Fuck that kid.
It's a British one. Looks
Fuck British
stupid.
kid.
I
Fuck
know, but I'm
British
sure it's cute and charming. Just like how Elf is a great movie, but it's also cool. The animated Elf with the voice of Jim Parsons.
Loved it.
It's great. There's a shitty Hulu Christmas movie, and you'll love this because the whole premise is that the main dude is like your cool, edgy radio host in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets suspended because he's so edgy and he has to go to like a small town. And they're like, and it's so, they try to do good with radio continuity, but they're like, well, we got to transfer you out of this cluster, which is a radio term, right?
DJ Ed G.
He's like,
is it Edgy or Ed G? Ed
no,
G.
His name is like
Ed G.
I think it's Pepper. Like
Pepper.
Something Pepper. Like Johnny Pepper.
Johnny Pepper.
Nosy Pepper. Oh, so you're DJ Jalapeno?
Yeah, you're a DJ Jalapeno. He's a nosy pepper. He's jalapeno business.
DJ Nosy Pepper.
DJ Nosy Pepper.
And they're like,
it's DJ Jalapeno on the ones and twos.
It would be like an edgy DJ, right? Doing a raunchy bit. And it's like, so that the smoke clears, we got to transfer you. And he's like, transfer you? I'm the #1 hotshot LA DJ. And he lives in like a mansion and everything. And he's like a douchey guy with a leather jacket. Like, yeah, fucking hot rod. And they're like, yeah, for the next month until this, what do you call it? Like, goes over, until this blows over, you have to go to this small town in Colorado. And it's like a radio station that's in like the back of a fucking laundromat or something. And he's like, falls in love with like the girl in the small town. And then of course it's like, you're reinstated in Los Angeles. And he's like, but do I choose a small town girl? Spot, if you could just find the movie poster or the trailer, it's so fucking shit. I think it's like Naughty or Nice or Naughty Christmas. It's like, because they make this guy seem out like
Sweet Home Alone.
No,
she's talking about the Disney one.
He's supposed to be like the cool
Leo.
radio DJ, and you're gonna be like, he's a goon. He looks like you're gonna say he looks like me. I promise you, knowing your asshole vibes.
No, but I saw a toy that looks like you. I'll bring it up in the random news.
Okay, cool.
There's a new Rich toy out.
Is it called Naughty or Nice? Nice and Naughty. Was that what I watched on Pornhub? Wait, hold on.
Let's see.
Hulu Naughty or Nice?
Hulu Christmas.
Hulu Christmas Naughty or Nice?
Is it Naughty or Nice? It's not Radio Christmas, is it?
No.
Okay. That exists too. Naughty and
Naughty and Nice.
Oh, that's old. Oh, okay.
That's not new. I didn't say like I'm watching the hottest new movie. Naughty and Nice.
I thought you were okay.
Give me a look at this.
Let me see if I can
see if there's a trailer. It is
a trailer.
Fucking and I'm laughing so much. Sarah has video of me that maybe I'll treat you guys to tomorrow or the next day. Sarah has me laughing hysterically high because I was like, this is the most predictable thing. I'm like,
Duff's in it, right?
I'm like, what's up?
Duff?
Yeah, Haley Duff is the girl.
Oh, this is great.
He's like, I was like, Sarah, pause. This is what's gonna happen next. It was like so eye-rollingly, predictably, and poor written that I was like, pause it. Here's what's gonna happen next. He's gonna say,
but aren't most of these Hallmark? Or this is even worse.
I can't wait to watch this.
Please. It's fine. And only because we're in radio. You know how I told you to watch Morning Show because we're in broadcasting, and that's like really awesome. This is really bad, but you should also watch it because you're in radio. Spot, go ahead.
Sandra Love is a small-town girl.
You're listening to Dr. Love in the Morning, and we'll be back with more of your calls right after this.
With a big heart.
My little reindeer. There's no way I could ever get rid of that.
That's Heather Sterling is the troublemaker.
No, don't even tell him.
Getting crazy, being unpredictable.
Oh, that's that everyone loves to hate.
That show-off thinks that he can get away with whatever he wants.
But when a prank gone wrong...
Who is this?
That is Rich.
You've been suspended.
What are you talking about?
Corporate took delivery and reassigned you to a sister station.
Where the heck is Idlewild, Colorado?
Throws them
This is
together
Idlewild,
for Christmas.
California!
Welcome to your new place of employment.
You gotta be kidding me.
I know that you don't want to be here. I'm not really that thrilled to share my show with you either.
They'll discover...
What can I help you with today?
Kind of want to ask this girl to the Christmas formal, but she's sort of out of my league.
Be brave. Really sweep her off her feet.
My advice? Take the money you blow in a tux and buy yourself an Xbox.
Sugar and spice.
Two were a hit. We haven't gotten calls like this in a long time.
I had fun today.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Make an irresistible combination.
That sounds real. I was wondering if you wanted to go to the company Christmas party.
But when his old life comes calling...
They are desperate to get you back on the air, man.
He'll have to choose between his second chance at fame...
I have a deal with these people. I made a commitment.
You know nothing about commitment.
And his one shot...
Now.
...at happiness. Bar Vista Entertainment presents...
They just showed you the whole movie!
Turkey Jones, Jim O'Hare, Eric Peterson, and Maureen McCormick.
Who's that, Rich?
Maureen McCormick is one of the girls from Brady Bunch. Wait, Maureen McCormick is...
Mauser. She's Marsha, bro.
Marsha, yeah.
By the way, I'm pretty sure I've seen this. My wife has watched this. I know she has.
Yo, it's
because
so
it takes
shitty.
place. It's filmed. They say call it Idlewild, Colorado. It's filmed in Idlewild, California, where I like to go vacation.
Did they call it Idlewild, Colorado, though?
Yes.
I just said that.
Oh, yeah, they called it Colorado, but
Yeah.
it's California. Okay,
Yeah, like this. Where is it? Let me see.
I can't believe that you saw this and then wanted to watch
This is downtown Idlewild.
Well,
this is like the town square of
Didn't I
Idlewild.
just tell you that Sarah wanted to seek out like a bad Christmas movie? That was like the whole point. Like, let's,
Yeah, but why not watch a good Christmas movie?
Because there's something charming about a bad, cheesy movie. It's
bad.
Like, you don't ever watch something out of
Is
the
it like
irony
choosing
of
like
it?
a doo-doo hamburger over like a great hamburger?
How do you not see the? How do you not get it?
I don't get it. I'm not wasting my time watching something I know is going to be wackadoodle.
You've never watched something cheesy on purpose?
Unless there's no.
Yeah,
That
Tarzan.
movie-
You've never. Here, come on.
That's
Back me up,
good.
bro.
Oh, sometimes terrible movies are the best ones.
Narsky.
I get
It's like
that,
watching
I
a
guess.
bad horror movie.
But why not just watch some shit that you? Because even if you come into the approach of this is supposed to be good, that doesn't guarantee you like it, right? So I'm not saying everything I watch is great. That's not what I'm saying.
Well,
I'm saying, but why do you seek like bad things?
Like Andrew's saying, imagine pressing play on this. Well, millions of people have. It's trending on Hulu. So it's, you know, it's up there for a reason. And people like to watch cheesy stuff once in a while on purpose.
My wife definitely watched that movie.
Yeah.
I think just because it took place in Idlewild. But that looks so weak. It's pure garbage.
Yeah, Rambo was filmed in Hope, BC, and they call it Hope, USA. I thought that. I was like, Idlewild, Colorado? That's not right. Yeah, you got to watch the cheesy ones here. By the way, the trailer, David gave you the whole movie. You don't even need to watch it. Like,
Story was good. I like that.
They even showed the proposal, which means, yeah, newsflash, he fucking chooses the girl. Like, it's wild.
No, it's Idlewild.
Oh, you liked Love Hard with Nina Dobrev? It was so bad. It was good. Love Hard on Netflix?
But maybe it was just good.
No, it was bad. It was good. It was bad, but it was good.
Yeah?
Yeah. The little Asian kid that catfishes her? Yeah.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see
I
that
don't
one?
watch any of those movies.
Love
bro.
Hard spot. Show
None of them.
Covino the beginning,
They
the trailer.
don't resonate any interest whatsoever.
Oh, this is
in my heart or in my mind.
You
but-
saw
but
the
you're-
trailer,
you're-
right?
I'm not saying you're
I'd
not
rather
the-
watch an animated cartoon than watch that.
Covino, I'm not saying they're great, but a lot of people do watch these cheesy
Of course,
things.
I know
Otherwise,
they fart them out every season.
I think I downloaded the wrong Love
Every
Hard.
year they fart them out.
Love Hard
Mario
spot.
Lopez is in like 20 of them.
No, not Love Hard. Not Love... Love Hard with Nina Dobrev.
Yeah, I won't deny that people love
But
these.
modern online dating, you're married, is even harder. But on a positive note,
That's an option.
I met someone.
Oh my God, he is so cute. Really, there's only one con.
What?
You've never seen him.
I'm gonna fly to New York for the holidays. I'm gonna surprise Josh, and I'm gonna get my happy ending.
Josh, someone's here to see you.
As of this moment right now, my disaster dating days are over.
Natalie? Gee,
Catfish.
This is a Christmas miracle. Look, I can explain.
I don't understand.
You can stop it, Spot.
We
Thank
talked.
you. That looks pretty funny. I like
Yeah.
that.
And Nina Dobrev, she was like one of our Maxim Hottie friends back in the
Yeah,
day.
she
We
was.
used to have her on the show quite a bit, right?
Yeah, we did.
Nina Dobrev. Spock, can you look up Love Hard now with Adriana Chechik? No, wrong one? Okay.
I heard that one has a happy ending.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jen Brown.
They couldn't get Zac Efron for that movie. Yeah. Love Hard with a vengeance. Well, anyway.
Let's get into some random news
Did
real
you say,
quick.
with a vengeance?
There's
That's
not
funny.
a lot. There's not a lot. I'm not doing random news anymore, like I said. So I'm just
Stop
trying to.
it.
I'm not. Real quick, speaking of movies and things like that, West Side Story comes out tomorrow. Any interest or no? Looks good.
Absolutely.
Steven Spielberg's redoing the movie. New cast. It looks fucking great. Not gonna lie.
Nah, there's a new Hallmark movie where a guy goes to a small town and falls in love with a bookkeeper. So I'm gonna watch that instead.
Time for the random news.
Snooze. No, I'm making it short. I'm not putting any effort into it. It's the way to go. It's the podcast world we live in.
Random news brought to you by D's Nuts.
Brought to you by D's Motherfucking Nuts. Thank you guys for being here. Just a reminder, you might want to pre-order your tickets. It might be a hot one. Could be a flop. Could be a flopperoo.
West Side Story?
Yeah.
No one's pre-ordering tickets to that.
Yeah, they are. I just fucking looked it up. That's why I said it.
Okay.
Otherwise, when have I ever said that?
People are still pre-ordering tickets to Spider-Man No Way Home. Can't wait.
Rest in peace, Bob Dole. See, because we did
Bob
random news, I didn't
Dole.
get a chance to say that. So rest in peace. Just wanted to throw that out there. His funeral was yesterday.
Yeah, didn't he die a while ago?
Yeah, but I remember I got shot down.
Bob Dole.
You know who else died? Slim 400 died in a shooting. A West Coast rapper. I believe he was born in Germany. I had to do my research because I don't know these guys. That's when I know I'm getting old. Slim 400. You know that guy?
Who else?
No.
He died in a shooting in L.A. I mean, it's a terrible, terrible story.
Yeah, I don't know any rapper that
He
does
moved
anymore,
to Compton
be
or
honest.
some shit like that. Grew up in the Compton area. And it's just, anytime someone fucking dies that way sucks.
Well,
but
it's terrible news. It just, I don't know. Unless they're a mainstream act, I'm not going to know some underground rapper. I'm a 40-something-year-old dude. Like, I don't. Are you
yeah, but
surprised
I'm
you don't know a 20-year-old
I'm not
rapper?
going to not acknowledge it. I just
No,
fucking
I
shouted
know,
out.
but what I'm saying is,
Bob Dole.
There's no surprise you don't know him. Like, you don't have your ear to the hip hop street. You're
Died
not
in
buying. You're not
Inglewood.
buying mixtapes.
Shot in England. Only 33 years young.
Mm-hmm.
So rest in peace, Slim 400. Speaking of things to watch, I'm starting to feel the hype. This is a trailer you might want to pull up, Spy. You don't have to. I don't care. But Cobra Kai season 4, you're starting to see, if you follow any of these guys, you're starting to feel the buzz and feel the hype. Like, oh, when's it coming out again?
Barf.
Just throwing that out there. December 31st on Netflix, season 4. And I'm pretty sure they signed up for a season 5. So Cobra Kai season 4, I'm starting to get excited. That excites me. I get excited alone just for William Zabka.
Right?
Yeah.
If Johnny and I can actually work together and we win, Cobra Kai will be out of business.
We gotta take things to the next level. Eagles do not respond.
I don't want to watch.
They swoop down and take
You don't need to show it, but look at William Zabka.
I don't want to see anymore.
Yeah,
I just love it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna go with the Barnando theory.
Yeah.
And the LB theory. Like, I'm gonna watch every second of that. So I don't want to see the trailer. Cobra Kai in January. January.
December 31st.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But you'll enjoy it in January, probably. Enjoy that. Yeah, Terry Silver comes back. There's no surprise there. He's in the trailer. Greg Kelly, thank you. He's the bad guy from the third one that nobody really watched, but the characters were great. Characters were great in the third one. The movie kind of sucked.
I'm gonna watch the third one again because I don't think I've ever watched
Mike
it.
Barnes.
I think I watched it one time.
The villains are fantastic.
I think I watched Karate Kid 3 one time, which is a great homework because you have the next month to watch it before Cobra Kai.
It's not that bad. It's just not as good as the first two. And the pull of it, the hook of the third one is Cobra Kai was back. There's no Cobra Kai in the second one. Remember he's fighting Chosen.
That's right.
All right. And to wrap up the rando news of the day, again, not a whole lot. By the way, who plays tonight?
Steelers,
Vikings.
Steelers, Vikings.
Spot
Enjoy your
meal.
Thursday
Spot
night
meal.
foosball. I
You
do
know-
too.
you know how I
fucking
knew that?
talked about it on Turbo. I just.
Jim Ryan on Pop Rocks.
Yeah, well, maybe you're listening to Turbo.
Oh, Spot. I thought you were gonna say you knew about the ass cheek bet between Rocket Dog and Brie.
There's an ass cheek bet?
Yeah.
What's that about?
Losing team has
What
to
you
show
talking
their-
about, Davis?
Losing team has to show their cheeks.
All right.
Yeah. Rocket
Sounds like-
Dog's a big Vikings fan, and Brie,
Man,
huge Steelers fan.
I've
I
never
hope the
rooted
Vikings
so
win.
hard for the Steelers.
I'm pulling for the Vikings.
I've never rooted so hard for Minnesota, right?
All right. So, final story of the day is there's a toy on the market, a Rich Davis toy. And I am like, well, congrats, Rich. Let me congrats you on that.
Yeah.
I got to say, I'm pretty,
Buy this.
I'm
and
a little
put this,
jealous.
Put this in your
I'm a
nativity.
little jealous too. They gave you too much of a neck beard, though, Rich. Maybe it was
okay.
a misprint of the toy.
No, I think it's pretty accurate.
Really? No, because Rich is more about a scruff. But either way, it's kind of cool to see that Rich is going next level.
I think it's pretty accurate.
There it is, the Rich Davis toy.
Take away the neck beard. I got you. Take away the neck beard. I'll give it to you a little bit. Give me a little more. Yeah, that's funny.
No, I think that's
Staten
pretty accurate.
Island. Who
And
is
then-
it actually?
and that's-
Who is it actually? Of?
Yes, that's a fun little game.
And someone said
Pete
replace
Pete
the
Davidson.
Nope.
Replace the
one of the
basketball with
Impractical
softball.
Jokers.
Yes.
Really?
You're right. Yeah, it's one of the
it does
Impractical
look like,
Jokers.
what's his face? Not Joe. It looks like not Murr or Joe.
I can't think of his name either, but he's the gay one. The overweight with the funny
Yeah.
teeth, but really fucking hilarious guy.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's courtesy of Michael Mullally on the Carl page.
It's very
Says, swap the basketball for a softball. This could easily be a Rich Davis action figure. But yes, the dude from Impractical Jokers. So that's the news. Enjoy your Steelers Vikings game. Both teams are sure to let you down. Enjoy. We'll be talking about it Sunday night on Fox Sports Radio.
Fox Sports Radio.
FoxSportsRadio.com if you miss anything. Sal.
Oh, it looks like a thin
Duh.
Sal. Duh,
How do we
yeah.
not think of Sal? I'm ashamed, Rich in Atlanta. By the way, Rich, all this talk, you got me thinking about something. What was it? You said something that made me think about it. It was like the dad life.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're loving this moment between you and Sarah, so I hate to bring this up. But someone said, and I just got to ask you because I've been meaning to ask you.
Yeah.
That on your podcast, Have Kids, they said,
Yeah.
you admitted to like smushing their doo-doo diapers just to see what's in there.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that, you maniac?
You've never done that?
What?
Yeah, you've never done that?
Yo, Spy, come here real quick. This is true. What do you mean? For what? Like, you looking for something?
To see if they're digesting something, if their belly hurts and they're like, and they have like a weird poop, to smush the poop with the diaper and see if like there's hard food or anything in it, if they had a digestive thing. No one's ever smushed their kid's poop? That's normal.
Never done that ever.
Oh, I think you're the weird one.
No, well, someone brought it to my attention because they also were like, that's the fucking most berserk shit. They said you do a lot of stuff with the poop. Like, there was a lot of poop talk in this particular conversation.
I was talking
and
about,
they thought it was
I was talking
bizarre.
about how
let me see if I
like the grossest is like backwash stuff your kids are drinking and they hand you a cup and you're like,
that was it. You drink their fucking backwash?
I have, not knowing it, and I'm like, oh, gross. And I've licked like shit off their face. Like if they have food on their face, I'll lick it off.
So there was one particular conversation that stood out, and it was brought to my attention. Like, you got to ask Rich about this.
New
It was the
episode,
most off-the-wall shit they had ever heard.
New episode today, by the way. New episode of Have Kids, I said. So when we're done here, if you need a little something extra to listen to, new episode today of Have Kids, I said. Let me see what it's about. I'll tell you what it's about. I recorded it the other day. We talk about vacation sex a lot, and we talk about Elf on the Shelf shit. Oh, this is hilarious.
Not about smushing their poo?
This is hilarious. Nicole, this is fucking... I can't tell you how much this made me laugh.
By the way, I never heard of that ever.
What's up? I wasn't doing it like as a
I've never done
joy
that.
or anything, right?
I think Rich eats their boogers too.
I've licked.
Thank you.
I licked Ben's cheek and it was like snot.
That was it. Like, but Rich is all about it, and like this is what he does, and I'm like, this is how it was brought to my attention. So I'm like, I'll ask him. I don't want to judge. I'll ask. So I'm glad I did.
Oh, I mean, like,
because it's totally normal.
If your kid hasn't pooped in a day, and they poop. You examine their poop,
the way
especially
it was
if they're
brought to my
sick.
attention
Yeah.
is like you do it all the time. Like it's almost like a weird thing that you're into. That's how it was brought into my attention.
I mean, well, of course, whoever's going to bring it to your attention is going to fucking
gotta
say
ask
something
them about
to get you interested.
Are you changing their show to smash their poo? They said.
Yeah, that to me, like that's a very.
I've never seen.
I think
do
it's
that.
a weird take because I feel like that's
It's not a weird
something
take. I've never seen anyone
does.
do it.
Yeah, every single person I would know would do that. Probably
smash their kids' poo.
If the kid had a digestive thing going on and they were like, yo,
that
our
was
kid has a
never
stomach
brought
ache.
up into the conversation. So yeah, I guess, but I'm no doctor. What the fuck would I know?
But Have Kids, they said, new episode today. This is great. Nicole.
Rich said he directly sucked a booger out of his kid's nose.
I did, yeah.
That's gross.
I read
that.
I mean, I spit it out, but like
that's
I
not
couldn't
worthy
get
of
it out.
asking. Like, you really?
Yeah,
did
that was gross. The poop thing.
Well,
I think
why would you do that?
Because Ben, I couldn't get this booger out, so I was like, how am I going to get it out?
Okay, totally normal.
Yeah,
totally normal.
Yeah, I was like, that was fine. That's not as normal.
I will say this: there are things you do that are fucking gross, and I understand because that's your kid. Yeah, right. Like I'm with it. Like if your kid is eating something,
your girlfriend thinks it's weird that you kiss your daughter. Like some people have really weird,
that's totally different.
like it's your kid. I just feel like it's your kid. It doesn't.
It's
like,
totally different. Her take isn't about germs or anything weird. She has a thing of if they're kissing adults, how are they going to know it's any different when some other adult tries to kiss them? You know what I mean? Like you got to like set that's her thing. That's not my thing.
Oh.
But you know, every family's different. Sucking a fucking booger out of your kid's nose is way fucking
I had to get
different than that.
I had to get it. It was bothering me.
So my point is, there's things that you do that are gross. Like,
that's gross.
you
I don't
ate that
think-
out of their mouth?
Smashing
like,
the poop.
yeah,
is
it's my
weird.
kid. Fuck you. I don't care. I think all parents would agree that, when it's your
When-
kid.
when your kid has leftovers on their, when your kid has leftover
but
nuggets on
sucking
their
a
plate,
fucking booger out of their nose and playing with their poo and shit, I've never done that. I think it's a fair fucking speculation.
No, I think it's you can judge me. I don't care. I think it's
not
normal.
judging you. It's
No, I'm saying that
bringing
like,
it up.
it's fine to me.
No, I guess it is judging. I've never heard of that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're judging me. And I'm saying that's cool, man. I don't really care. I think
but
it's,
I'm not judging because I'm still processing it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Listen, I'm not eating my kids' boogers. There was one time where
But what,
Ben
you don't
had
have
to-
one of those fucking
I
pumps?
did, but it wasn't working, and I need to get it out. And
I
I
would
was like,
do-
I'll spit
oh.
it into a tissue. What's the big fucking deal? It's your kid. You produce them. It's your child.
I get
pee
that,
and
but
poop
then you
and
don't
they-
do that. You don't do that.
They're fucking gross, Mike. Like Ben, I fucking catch Ben all the time grabbing my toothbrush and like trying to brush his teeth. Am I supposed to replace my toothbrush every time my kid grabs my toothbrush?
Not at all. But that's very different than sucking a booger out of their nose.
It's your kid. I'm not grossed out by my own children at all. Like it's sort of just gross. Kids are gross. But on today's episode, it's really funny. Nicole's husband forgot where they put the elf on the shelf.
Yeah.
Like last year.
Yeah.
So Nicole's like, "Where's the fucking elf?"
They're freaks, them too. He probably put it up his ass.
They don't know where they put it. He's like, "It's not with our Christmas decorations. It's no, Matt, where the fuck did you put the elf on the shelf?" So Nicole's like, "Oh, fuck, I got to go hustle and get a new one." So she goes to the only store in town that says they still have elves on the shelves available. And she comes back, opens it up. And like, you know, when you try to replace your kids, like goldfish, like you just get a similar looking goldfish.
Yeah,
She opens up
Goldfish Abraham.
She opens up the fucking elf on a shelf. And it's a black elf on the shelf. It's the only one that was available. So she told her kids that her elf has a really good tan and went to Florida. So now
it's hilarious.
They kept the same
I don't know
elf.
how to feel about this
But
stuff.
they're like, yeah, Buddy the elf, Ma, Buddy. And they bought it. They're like, hey, kids, I'm back for the Christmas season. I just had a great time in Florida and I got a tan and I'm
Not
ready to
anybody.
have fun. So Nicole now has a black elf on the shelf.
His name is not Buddy.
That's what she calls her. That's what she calls her elf, Buddy. And I think we have to name our elf. And I'm trying to think of a name.
He's now Rodney the elf.
I'm trying to think of a name of our elf that'll be fun. That I don't want Emmy to name it because she'll name it something girly, and Ben has to deal with it when he gets a little older. So
name him Pat.
I thought it was. I think no, it's a good one because
Are you guys ready for Christmas?
I think it's a good. I think it's a funny name, and I think we can laugh about it too. I think I want to name our elf on the shelf Jangles. Jangles the elf or Jingles. What's what? I don't get what that
Name
is.
him
What's that?
Dingles.
What's this?
Makes me think of Bojangles.
Which is a restaurant, right?
Makes me think of Bojangles.
Which,
Isn't that like?
which is a restaurant?
No, wasn't that like the guy from the old?
Yeah, he's a black
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah. Yeah, black actor. So I think we're gonna go with Jingles, Jangles. I don't see like Sparkles. That's too feminine.
My niece and nephew, theirs is called Kringle.
Kringle. Yeah, that's a typical one. There's like a top 5 things that people name their elf, and it's like Kringle, Buddy, Elfie, something else. And I'm like, it's fun. I'm excited about it. Like I know every parent says,
"Oh, call him Dick Dingle."
You know what every elf.
I said that.
Every parent's
Oh.
like, oh, it's a pain in the ass to hide it every night. I'm like, is it really like, all right, like really to think of something creative? To me, that sounds like something like
Bojangles was
sort of fun.
Bill Robinson. His nickname was Bojangles. He was an actor and like, you know, old school actor,
Dude from Song
dancer
of the
from
South,
87, from 77 to 49.
Jangles is what you call the. I could name it after you. Those are your nuts yesterday, right? The other, Jangles.
Jangles.
It was
Dangles,
jangling.
no, Dangles. Spot, you missed all the fun.
Eli the elf.
I'm good.
No, you missed it.
Let's see. Jimmy Jingles. It was Kelly's elf. Let's see. I don't know, man. I'm excited about doing the elf on the shelf deal. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Anything else could be on your mind today or what?
A few shout
Say
outs real
that.
quick. I shouted out.
Talk to me a weekend.
I don't get like why like every day we have to think of things to talk about and be creative. Same with you, right? Maybe people that just don't like when your kids go to sleep, is it really hard to be like, all right, what do you want to do with the elf tonight? I don't know, put them on the counter eating a cookie. Then next day, think of something else. Like, is it really hard for a couple weeks to think of something like
here's the
that?
thing. I'll say
Are
it
you
again.
that fucking
Isolate
lummy?
this right here.
Yeah,
I'll say it
Every
again.
parent says
I
that.
had every,
Yeah, but-
Every
I had
parent says that.
Nothing but
Oh,
beautiful.
we're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah, but I'm
When they're miserable by fucking December 24th.
to me, creative fun things like that, I never bail on. It's other things that are annoying. Like the fun little creative things, I never get sick of. Ever. It's different when it's like something that's like tedious. To me, that's like something where you have to put on your thinking cap a little bit.
I'm not saying you're not capable.
Or your Santa hat.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you're a little
It's
more
the
creative. You're a
common
little
sen-
more. You're a little more creative than the average person.
I
The
know
average
that,
person
and
is
I
just
would
like
and I
boring
would.
as
But
fuck.
I think after a while, I'd be like, fuck, what do I got to do now?
All right, maybe 5 years into it, I'll be a little like, are we done with this? Like, but you know, first few years, I'm sure it's very exciting for all parents.
Your problem solved. Rocket Dog said, call him.
Rocket?
Oh,
Dog
he's trying to call
does
in.
that? I thought that was some
Trying to
white
call in.
people shit.
Trying to call in. He said, I'm
call
trying
in.
to call.
No one's tried to call. I've received phone calls.
412-267-7469.
He's calling the wrong number.
412, the letter CNR show. I had wonderful.
I don't even know how to call people.
Wunderbar. Wonderful. Wonderful. As Jimmy Westwood would say. If Christmas is wonderful. I have wonderful fucking Christmas memories that don't involve the Christmas elf.
That's
Here's
fine.
how I see it. Yeah, I'm not judging anyone that does it or doesn't do it. But my thinking, and I've said it, and I'll say it one more time. I never did Elf on the Shelf because good luck keeping the storyline going in today's world with the internet and little fucking Lampwick trying to ruin the Christmas surprise for everybody.
Yeah.
Santa doesn't exist. What are you, some sort of moron? You think you're going to keep that gag going after 8 about an elf that shows up? I feel like it ruins the surprise earlier because kids are smarter and wiser and
it
more
brings-
exposed.
I think that's possible, but
sooner
I think
and
it
earlier
also
than ever.
I think it also adds a little more excitement while they are young, though. So I think you're trading some early excitement for
There- no
earlier
doubt.
disappointment, perhaps.
No doubt, no doubt. But I think you're getting 2 more years because the elf is really, unless a kid justifies and says, "Yeah, I still believe in Santa, but that whole elf thing, there's no way."
I mean, yeah, I think
feel like it ruins.
it may be another another layer of a lie, but I think for years you get more joy.
Look, anytime you're making your kid happy is a fun, joyous.
Yeah,
occasion.
I agree with Jason. He goes,
But that
stuff
was
like
my
that.
reasoning.
Stuff like that becomes a chore after you've done it for years and years.
People complain about it though, and so that's where Spot's coming from. They do nothing but complain about that every
People
year on
complain
social
about
media.
everything, though.
That is true.
People are the worst.
He does make a point.
People
So,
complain about everything.
A few shout outs. Chris Benson. He did that funny Photoshop of us as old guys. That was great.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
That was great. Thanks,
Ryan Moser. Josh Groy? Josh George. Thank you, buddy. Kenny B. Craig Harkness. And all the mics out there listening. Lots of mics. Shout you out. Mike. Thank you for subscribing. We appreciate it. Thank you for all the feedback. Thank you, Narzan. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Larry. But thank you, Narzan. If you're around tonight, I don't know what the plan is. I might be free tonight.
Rocket Dog's totally calling the wrong number. Now he's calling our right number.
All right, let's say hello to Rocket Poo.
Hello, Matthew.
I'm such an idiot.
What's up, buddy?
Dial number. Jeez.
It's Matt in Minnesota. What's up,
What's
buddy?
up, Rocket Dog?
Hey, so like I put in the chat, this is the first year we haven't done Elf on the Shelf. We've done it for probably over 10 years now. Let me tell you, the first couple of years, it's fine. It's easy because you anything you think of, you can do. But after a while, you start to really think, well, I did that, I did this, I did that. But let me tell you, the stress of Saturday mornings, laying in bed when you all of a sudden you wake up and you realize you didn't put that elf somewhere because you had a couple drinks the night before.
Or edibles.
You and Sarah will shoot up out of bed 6 o'clock in the morning, be running around trying to figure out what to do before the kids wake up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just put a nightly alarm on my phone, like make it like
reminder.
part of my daily, like before I go to bed, do this. Like I don't usually just fall asleep. I have a hard time sleeping anyway. So yeah, so that's probably. And by the way, you ready for your butt cheek bet or what?
I said I'm not showing my butt cheeks after seeing Covino's donkey balls this week. I can't show my butt cheeks.
Yeah,
you kidding me? No way.
Rear rocket dog. Can't wait for that rear rocket dog.
Rear rocket dog.
By the way, we posted a clip. If you're a tier 1 listener,
thanks, buddy.
Thanks,
and
man.
you don't see what we're doing on tier 2, you can
Call the
see
right
the
number.
clip of my donkey balls on social media at Covino.
Guy's got
and Rich.
donkey
Your
balls.
Christmas. No, he's got beach balls. Your Christmas balls.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to be.
Thanks.
I had to be a little bit reserved in posting that clip.
It was great. Still, you didn't lose any of the funny.
No.
Yeah, it's still funny as hell. So, thank you guys. Everything at Covino and Rich, at Rich Davis, at Steve Covino, at Spot Center. Look up Narzan. He's at the Narzan news desk right now.
But that first day you do forget. What's your excuse going to be? Are you going to blame Emmy and be like, I guess you weren't a good child today?
No, there's
he had-
always excuses.
Or
There's a
maybe
million
you
things
could say
always
you were
like,
so
the
good.
elf.
You were so good today. He had nothing to report.
Yeah, I mean, there's always an answer. I mean, it's one big lie to begin with. I think I could come up with
What do you
something.
mean?
I think he could come up with something. Hey,
What's
the elf
what's a
didn't
lie?
move last night because Santa was busy in the workshop. Yeah, I mean, that's where your improv skills come into play, Spot.
He is busy in the workshop.
Yeah, so the elf.
Again, it's more lies, more song and dance. Kids start more things for them to think about. Like, wait a second, that's lying
I
about
don't hear
this.
lies told.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I think
that's what scared me off the elf thing.
You think?
I don't know if my sisters. No, I don't think any of my sisters have done it yet, or maybe they have. I don't know.
I think it's. I don't know. Listen, man. To each his own with Provolone. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I'm just saying. I think it's fun, and I feel like most people do, and I rather.
I know kids go
it
wild for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think kids go wild for it, and I'd rather do it and have fun with it, opposed to be like, oh, Emmy, we're just not an elf family. I don't know. It's like,
I never even had the conversation, ever. I don't think Melody ever said, Dad, how come we don't have an elf? I'm serious. I don't know. I don't remember having that conversation. Like, yeah, an elf doesn't. I don't know about the elf. She had to have though, right? Like She had to have brought it up. I
Maybe she asked her mom, and her mom was like, "Your dad's a grump."
I don't know. No.
He's a crumpus.
My intentions
He's
were
a
greater.
crumpus.
Like,
Dad is a
wants you to believe longer. That was my reasoning.
Your
Swear to
father
God.
is a crumpus.
Wasn't about being lazy or anything. I just never grew up
Any
with that
present
tradition.
you got, I've got.
Because it's obviously a newer tradition, but I look back and I have wonderful Christmas memories.
Yeah, that time you got the
Minus
rabbit's
the
foot.
elf. That time I got my rabbit's foot. Time I got my first boombox. Time I got my Castle Grayskull.
Melody.
Time I got my fucking sweet ass rocking horse and I wore the cowboy hat. The time, I mean, that can go
Melody,
on and on.
we don't have an elf, but we do have a rabbit's foot. Here, take this. What is this from? A real rabbit? You know.
I mean, the bones are in it. Yeah.
This is gross, Dad.
Yeah.
Dad.
It's real. The elf was
by the way,
tired. You can say the elf was tired.
Can you tell?
Yeah, but when they're 4 or 5, they'll believe anything you say.
By the way,
when they're 8, 9, they have like reasoning skills.
put the,
and they
put
have
the-
friends telling them it's fake, and they could Google it, and then everything adds up quicker.
Put the edible tin next to him.
Did you before we get out of here today, by the way, free Twitch Friday tomorrow?
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
cool.
I hope.
Yeah, I know tomorrow my buddy Chris wants to call. Narzan, can you hand me that, please?
Are you getting those clap cleats for Christmas?
What's that?
I've told you about those.
Yeah, that's a big holiday item this
Months
year.
ago.
I'm waiting to see them in my
Our
stocking.
buddy Chris Erie said that in honor of tomorrow, his episode of Shark Tank is airing.
Yeah.
He's going to call into our Free Twitch Friday, and we'll do a little trivia giveaway, some Santa's Enchanted Mailbox.
That one says fart on it.
Nice.
Yeah, there
I
you go.
love that one.
This is great. You put the letter in.
Those things,
Right.
that really is like the
Put
coolest
the letter
thing
in.
for kids.
Yeah, actually, you put the letter in. You raise the flag. A little jingle comes on. When you open it up, the letter's gone.
Jangle.
Yeah, little jingle. So
Mr. Bojangles.
tomorrow, if you guys want, he said, if you guys want to, he's down. He
By the
said,
way,
"I'll-"
sending dick shots not recommended.
So, Santa's Enchanted Mailbox making its debut on Shark Tank tomorrow night, which is pretty cool. By the way, before we get out of here, can you tell everyone the stage you're at with your daughter? Because I just think what you described to me the other day just is such the life of a dad with a preteen cool daughter.
Cisgender.
Like how you're saying how like
yeah.
you had to like fucking trail. Like can you tell
So
everyone that? Because I
funny.
just thought you didn't mention it. I just think it was such a coming of age,
Because sometimes
preteen.
you shoot out like a rocket. But I'm glad I can talk about it quickly.
I do sometimes shoot out a rocket.
Sometimes a drabble. Little.
Oh, man. So this was Tuesday. Today is Thursday. So I picked Melody up from school Monday, Tuesday, Friday. That's how it is. And every other weekend. So this is my weekend. Anyway, Shinfo.
The life of a co-parent.
On Tuesday, she's like, Dad. I'm like, what's up? She's like, it's my friend. You know, he's got like weird names. Like Parson. Like
My friend
Is that a
Parson.
boy or a girl?
Parson.
And then I'll say things like, is that a boy or a girl? She's like, I don't know, Dad, to be honest.
Parson Sheldon
Like,
Johnson.
I think it's a boy, but their voice is really high. And she uses words like this too, like, but they're so androgynous. I don't even know.
Androgynous.
I'm like, you're 12. Slow down. We have a whole course on it at school. It's called an androgynous. I don't know, making shit up.
Did they really?
No.
Oh.
But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Is my joke, you know, because these kids are like way different than the kids we grew up with.
All right, cool.
Not
It's,
saying for good or bad.
It's Parsons' 12th birthday.
Androgyny
Is it a
would be the
boy or a girl?
topic.
I don't know. All right, cool.
Androgozone.
But Dad, for Parsons' 12th birthday after school, we're all going out for what, like coffee or boba tea or some shit, you know, like going to the
Boba.
Boba.
Yeah. And so you ever see someone shoot like boba darts or boba beads or boba BBs?
Out of what?
They'll take a mouthful of boba.
Oh, no.
It's all over their back and it sticks to people.
I'm
like a
grossed
shot.
out.
My little
I know
cable
people
boy.
love it.
My
I've
boba
had
boy.
it one time and I'm grossed out by boba.
I know some people are like, boba, what's that? It's very common out here.
They're little tapioca
Not everybody
pearls.
knows because
I mean,
every time we brought it up, people are like, what the
I
fuck
think
is
Sarah,
that?
Sarah had
gross.
boba in Texas when we were there. Like
They're
it's
so
not
gross.
just in California.
I've been
It's
getting it
fucking-
since I know that, bro. But
Boba is
every time we bring it
gross.
up, you act like I don't know the feedback. The
I know,
fuck is
but
that?
that doesn't mean that you.
The
you
fuck is
then
that?
they're dumb if you don't know what boba is.
Not everybody's.
Have you ever?
You know.
It's like,
I know.
Boba.
Well, anyway,
Just
so your
nothing.
daughter wanted to
So
go.
she wants to go from school, but walk there with her gaggle of friends, you know, to this boba place, and they're gonna get pizza, and we're gonna do, you know, a little birthday thing for my friend. And I say, yeah, sure, but there's always a catch because again, she's 12. She's like, can you like not show? She doesn't say this. She's like, can you do what you did last time? I'm like, oh, I know what I did last time. 'Cause it makes everyone feel safe. I have to be Covino incognito and pull up to school at the normal time they get out.
Yeah.
Sort of watch them walk out to school.
And you're
which-
trailing like
which I
a
get
block.
it.
You're trailing a block behind in your car going 10 miles an hour.
And then I'm like, okay, they're good. Then I have to like zip past them, and then I park to see them walk past me. I'm being a responsible parent is really what I'm being.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. No, Spot. There are times where I'm like behind the bushes, but parked just so I could see them. Like, yeah, there's Melody. But she doesn't even see me. She don't even see me. She just knows that I'm somewhere. But she doesn't want to be the kid where she has some dad. Where she has dad following her around, because you know what the truth is?
Yeah.
Either all parents are acting like me, or most parents really just don't give as much of a fuck. And they let their kids walk from the school to the place. It's like a mile and a half, 2 mile
I'm not gonna
walk.
lie. I walked home
And
from
where do you
school.
think
When I was
predators
her
hang,
when
you
I
know
was
what I
her
mean? Like,
age,
yeah.
I walked home
but
from
this is
school.
LA, bro.
No, but
It's
I'm
different.
saying, yeah, but I was in New York. It's not like it was any different.
Fucking Long Island, dude.
Yeah, but
You live in the
she
city.
lives in the nicest suburb of Los Angeles.
The place is right on the main drag here in California.
I'm just saying, you make it sound like you live in the hood. You live in a place where it's the best school districts in the fucking valley. I walked home from school every single day. I'm not saying it's
like
I know
fucking, you sound like an old guy.
I know it's different
Different
now,
time.
but I mean, like, it's, you know, I
And
get
you're not
it.
a little girl, right? Yeah, there's fucking pieces of shit everywhere. Where do you think they hang? They're lurking around
Did you
fucking
look like
schools.
did you look like Joe Goldberg with your hat on? Did you have like a hat on, like just in the like Joe Goldberg who hid but not really well?
Yeah, so she knows, and I'm like, you walk right past me. She's like, oh, I did. I'm like, yeah.
This is Joe Goldberg hiding behind a tree.
Yeah.
This is the tree.
Yeah, I know. Where is he?
Yeah,
I don't
no one
see him.
sees him. I don't see him. Yeah.
So anyway, and you're going to do the same thing. You're not going to let your fucking kid just walk out and about on fucking major streets at 12. You're just not. If you're a parent that cares.
Yeah.
So again, either all these kids' parents, let's say 12 of them, either all of these kids' parents are doing what I do, or they just show up like a few hours later, which I think 90% of them do that.
Yeah.
So I'm there because God forbid too, as a co-parent, something happened on my clock.
I think
That's
it's
a
more. I
fucking
think
risk.
it's more so that it's your clock, her clock.
No,
I think if you
it's
guys
not.
were together,
It's
you'd
not.
be like,
I would
you walk
never
with
let
your-
my. No, I would
She's
never
walking
let
with
her.
all her friends though.
There's power in numbers for sure,
Yeah,
but
it's not like she's
you
walking
never
by
know.
herself.
That makes it more safe. There's no
You
denying
think
that.
Parsons gonna step up to a guy?
Yeah, but they're all little
Parsons.
kids. Anything could happen. Like they don't even like. This is their first time of everything. Crossing streets by themselves, you know, things like that. The major fucking street. So, then what you have to do is like you don't want to infiltrate and interfere. Like, hey, like stepdad Gary, and you're just,
Hey,
like,
what's going
butting
on,
into,
kids?
Hey guys, you having a fucking pizza party? So you let them do their thing. But what am I supposed to do in the meantime? Most of the time, if they have a boba day or a little pizza party or something, and they walk there. You're sitting in the parking lot now for like fucking, a few hours, an hour and a half.
And
So
then
now
you get her and drop her off at her mom's, and you didn't even hang out with her.
Yeah, and then I got no fucking time with her anyway. But there's, she's super thankful that I do that stuff. But you have to be like incognito parent to let them just enjoy their independence, quote unquote, because that's all they kind of want is to feel cool, like they're doing their own thing. And Melody knows I'm there, but she understands that's the compromise and appreciates it. But now I'm at the stage where, all right, if she's in this place and she's with her friends, then I go and dip off and buy a sandwich of my own. And I come back in like an hour or so.
Sit in your
or I
car.
went and visited my niece and nephew for a little bit. Went to grab a salad, came back. I'm like, all right, you good? All right, let's go.
Yeah, no, it's a little of both. I get it. Yeah, you're being protective and doing the right thing, but at the same time, like, yeah, I get
it's
the
not that she's embarrassed of me. Like, you take a look at the other fucking parents.
Yeah, there's nothing.
She's
to be
not embarrassed of me. But, she's at that stage of the game where like it's corny to have your parents there.
Trust me,
and every
I-
parent feels that way. Go to the mall. You're going to go to the mall 11, 12 with Emmy, and she's going to see other kids around her
I
age
know.
hanging with themselves.
I know.
And feel lame as fuck.
I
that dad
remember
is there.
my classic story. I remember I was around Melody's age when, remember I told you all the cool girls in school were at like the local feast, like the little
festival.
Little feast where they have like Zeppelis and carnival rides and games, like the little
Italian festival.
The little Italian feast. And I was with like my mom and dad and my siblings, and the cool group of girls were all walking past, and I'm like, oh, I'm with my family.
And they're not with their parents.
No, they're alone
And
and
they're like,
chilling.
why can't I like do
Yeah,
that?
I
Because
get
their
it, I
parents
know.
don't care. That's why. That's why they're gonna end up kidnapped and on drugs because their parents don't care. You got that, Melody? Dad cares.
It's like you're on a stakeout, like you're Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh, and then you know what dawned on me? By no means am I defending pieces of shit, okay? But what if someone saw me? It does go to show you the wrong impressions you may have in life.
Yeah.
Where I'm doing the exact opposite. Not only am I looking out for my kid, I'm looking out for all the other kids they're with. Make sure
you
no
look
one's
like a
fucking with
weirdo.
them. But someone could see me like, every once in a while I see this dude and he's following a group of kids and then he parks and then he watches them. Then he leaves and follows them. Oh. I don't know, man. Something's up with that guy. Oh, you mean the dude with the sweet pompadour? I've seen him too.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of chubby, but not really. That guy?
He was,
yeah. He's handsome, but kind of weird looking. That guy. I think he's Asian. That guy.
No, I think he's Mexican. No, I think he's Asian.
Vaguely, slightly
Maybe he's
vato kind of
Filipino.
guy. He's friendly, but there's something up with him. I think I've seen that guy. Meanwhile, I'm just staking out, making everything cool, but someone could be like, why is that guy following those kids? There is something creepy about it,
Yeah.
But I'm trying to be a good parent.
It's like, you know what it's like? It's like you ever go to a playground and your kids are far enough away from you and you're like, just so you know, that's like my kids over there.
Yeah,
Like,
you want to justify.
You don't want to look like you're at the playground by yourself.
I actually did that. The other day, I went to visit my niece and nephew. This was then.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not going to sit here in a fucking parking lot for 2 hours. Let me be somewhat productive. Melody, you can't leave this place. If you leave this place, you got to tell me, okay? Okay, Dad, be right back. I'm going to grab some food. So I went to see my niece and nephew, and they're at my sister runs like a daycare. Actually, like a daycare, a kids gym, right? But she's in the corporate office, and there's some fucking young person there watching all the kids. So I come up and I'm like, Jamesy boy, bring it in, buddy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Gwenny Goo, come here. Uncle Steve is here. I got some Happy Meal toys for you guys. Get over here. Sit on my lap. Oh. And I see this this guy working there. I'm like, hey, just so you know. And he's like, Uncle Steve.
You're like, Uncle Steve, just checking in. Yeah.
I'm Uncle Steve. I'm not some fucking random creepo. He's like, no, I kind of figured it out when he came running to you and said Uncle Steve.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but I'm just making sure. I don't know if you need an ID or something because I don't want you thinking I'm some random creepo.
By the way, I have this thought all the time when I pick Emmy up from school. Tell me, I know we're going late. The last thought, we'll go. Show went quick today, huh?
Deep thoughts to deep thoughts.
Every time I pick up Emmy, it's like a college dorm room. Remember when you were in college and you're not, or an apartment complex in New York? You ever hook up with someone in a random New York City apartment and you're not sure, like, am I supposed to hold the door and let other people in behind me or those type of rules? Like, what do you call it, Spot, when someone follows the person that opens the door?
Tailgater.
A tailgater, yeah. I know that they're all
Hell's Gators.
I know that they're all parents.
Hell's Gators.
I know that they're all parents probably trying to get their kids.
Yeah.
But there are times where I open to get to Emmy's school. When I get to her school, I have to put a code in the door, in the gate to go in. But sometimes I'll see other people coming. I'm like, do I hold the door? Or do I close it and carry on my way and let them fucking open it?
Depends what they look like.
Yeah, but that's wrong. Yeah, it's wrong though.
But hey, that's my truth.
If they look like a mom, then it's like, oh, come on. But if it's like some creepy guy, like, hey, I'm here.
I do that in my apartment building. Like people, because we have the glass front doors.
Yeah.
And I walk right by them to go down to the parking garage usually.
If they're breaking out their keys,
if people are standing there waiting or they're on their phone or they're trying to get in, I ignore them. I let them dial and get
You've
themselves
also had
in.
crime in your building spot,
Yeah,
so I get it.
play
I
with
get
that
it.
shit.
I'm just saying, when you pick it up your kid's school, do you hold the door for someone else? It's like the old college dorm. Remember when you were in college, is someone trying to fucking tailgate me into this dorm? Is this guy supposed to be here? Some drunk guy waiting.
Some guy fucking called me up the other day. He's like, hey, man, I'm a delivery guy. Can you let me in? I'm like, fuck no.
They tackled that on Seinfeld. By
Then
the
I
way.
let him in afterward. So anyway.
Jerry wouldn't let a guy into the building.
Why?
And he's like, I don't know you.
I don't want to get in trouble.
And then it ended up being the guy that lives across the hall from him.
Dave
Not
Seinfeld.
Kramer,
That Larry
but,
David
up
is
the hall.
Woo,
man.
That is funny though.
Well, on that
so
note,
basically, that's the different stages of being a parent. You get the one stage where they believe in an elf, and then the next stage where they don't even fucking want to know you.
Yeah.
But that's the life of a dad and mom. Thank you guys.
All right, we'll see you guys mañana.
And some people suck their snot out of their nose, and some parents don't.
Free Twitch Friday.
Twitch Friday.
Free Twitch Friday. And like I said before, a new episode of Have Kids. So if you need a little something extra to listen to, that is available right now wherever you get your podcast. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.